welcome to Dire Bear. It's Tuesday night, so we're of course playing our Scion 2nd Edition Chronicle. If you were with us last week, I guess we could say a much anticipated event began. As the band finally lured the Varangians out for a confrontation. You also found out kind of why Penelope's been ringleading this group to do what she's been doing. Surprisingly, you didn't have much sympathy for her, though. I don't understand it. She just wants to help her mother. I mean, if that costs a CD, well, you know, it is a shame, but...
Unfortunately, we all live here, so...
She's let most of you get your parents out by now. Or grandparents, you know, family. Alright, so as I recall where we left off, we were in the middle of combat.
Yes.
We had a row of skeletons in a phalanx. Penelope had been knocked in front of them. Behind them was Chad, Kim, and Connor Prime. In front, Dixie had run out in front of them and was, I think, in melee with Robert at this point.
Or at least heading that way. She fired a laser beam at him first.
She breathed fire.
Yeah.
There's a difference.
No, laser beam.
I mean, she practically tried to do a flamethrower attack.
She went on fire in my wah.
But I think you'd run forward taking a swing with your hammer, hadn't you?
I had pretty much dodged her fire attack, came back around and boop,
Alright. Just booped her on the
pretty much
nose.
sent her back.
That's right, you knocked her back a few feet. Or meters. Alright. And then a little bit further back behind you was Sasha, Jaden, and 2 Connor clones?
2 clones, yes. There's another clone coming from the other end of the bridge.
I'm just going to label them Thing 1 and Thing 2 on my notepad.
There's still one at the tree in case they decide to do anything funky.
there's a dragon in the air.
I better say,
Dragon.
Shauna...
Dive bombing, but yes.
And I believe she gets to act this round.
She does.
She won't be close enough to melee anybody, but she'd be close enough to breathe fire on them, I think is what we figured out.
Yeah.
And then the next round, she could be on the ground if she wanted to be.
If she chose to, yes.
And Spruce and Smoochums was also with you, correct?
Yes, I don't think... at least Smoochums was not in combat yet.
Yeah.
No, none of the animals had really done anything yet. Send them after Dixie, please. She's got a short-term deed she needs to get.
Nah.
Uh-huh.
Alright, and I think we had decided that they were just going to go on the initiative order of...
Respective owners.
Yeah, whoever owned them. Let's see. Other than y'all, the bridge was empty. Well, they had a couple of vehicles. That's what the Skelly boys climbed out of.
Yes.
And then you got police on each end of the bridge, keeping the bridge closed, because, you know, they know what's going down here.
Yeah, you don't want to get in the middle of a fight between Scions.
Nope.
Not if you like living.
This game is not kind to trivial targets. Alright, so top of the order is one of the Varangians. And there, let's see, I believe Chad is going to go first.
Okay.
He had blighted, I believe, Jaden with his last action,
He did.
which gave you a was it a +1 condition or a complication or +2?
2 to physical.
Okay. And luckily, this time, I have their abilities printed out on a sheet, so I don't have to search through.
Books.
Search the book or books or try to read the abbreviated version I put on the sheet.
Yes.
All right,
You just didn't copy pasta everything?
Well, I did this time, but the sheets there weren't enough room for all that. All right. So
Well, it
last.
automatically expands, and you can like expand the window.
Now I just got to flip through 11 pieces of paper. All right. So last time, Chad used the Hand of Blight. This time, he's going to use Healing Hands. So he spends a legend.
That's 2.
So that's 2 legend he
That is
spent.
2 legend he has spent.
Damn.
You start marking them from one side instead of marking them in the middle. I don't know why I was doing that.
Probably have as much legend as we do. So,
Wouldn't surprise me.
2 more to go for him.
Or maybe he's a demigod already. You don't know. Alright, spin legend. 1 character range. Range close. Action simple. Let's see, close range is within
30 meters, I think.
Okay.
No.
So he's
No,
fine.
no,
where
no.
he's at.
No. How close is close then?
No,
Close
short.
range-
Short is the 30, right?
Short is 30.
Oh, short is 30, yeah. that's
Close,
what it means.
close is mano y mano.
Okay. So
Close
he
is
will
like
have to
hand
move.
arm reach.
Alright, so he
Yeah.
runs past the Skelly Boys to Penelope.
I think you have to use like particular weapons to get to the edge of close, which is considered 2 meters. But
Like
like a spear,
halberds and that kind of stuff.
yeah. Because there's some that specifically say can go to the end of close range, or like up to short range.
Alright. This boon can be used to instantly resolve any injury condition the target suffers from. Even maimed conditions. You can also use this boon to resolve conditions such as poison, disease, and similar ailments of physical or mental health, even if they are inflicted by magic.
Is Blight.
Pardon?
Blight is a physical or mental, right?
Yes, if he wanted to heal you from that, he
Okay.
could. Or if you got healing hands. Let's see. So is it 1 condition per legend spent, or is it just everything?
You said A.
This boon can be used to resolve any injury condition a target suffers from, even maimed conditions. You can also use this boon to resolve conditions such as poison, disease, or similar ailments.
It is.
And not all.
Yeah, so like if she had like a bruise and an injury, you could resolve an injury or a bruise. Or
the
like a
maimed.
maimed and an injury, you could resolve the maimed.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I
Depending
figured for
on-
balance sake. I just wasn't sure how it was worded. So
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
worded really vaguely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like Rappies, it only takes care of bruised conditions.
Yeah, but then my damage conversion.
Yeah, I mean, then you have that additional thing.
yeah. The first healing something Jaden took would only been.
Yeah.
All right. So he walks up and uses healing hands on her. Though she is still not in great shape.
Okay, cool. He does not resolve the complication I put on her. Good to know.
What was that complication?
Well, it's called Pistons for Fists when I knocked her flying.
Well, that just knocked her prone, didn't it?
Yes,
Oh, and
but-
she's got a condition. She's got difficulty on getting up. Yeah.
Yeah, it's 3. Right?
4 with Telarius there in front of her.
Yeah.
Alright. So it was them. Now one of you goes on a 5. Who wants to go?
Do we want to let Shauna go?
Well, if I go, Shauna will be going.
Yeah, that's
How many people are around me right now in close range?
Kim and probably at least 2 or 3 of the Skelly boys.
Okay, cool.
Because y'all are behind them, but they're still fairly close.
Right.
Oh wait, you said close range.
Yes, close range.
Kim for sure,
of
because
us.
I think y'all have already traded licks.
Yeah, Kim and I are right upon each other.
Yeah, probably just him then. The skeletons are close enough you could walk up, you could move up to them and strike them this round, but you couldn't just reach out and touch them. Though with your extending staff, anybody on the bridge potentially.
Allow me to double check the wording of spray and pray. Because I know it functions in a range from a point. Excuse me. I don't remember if it's short range or close range. I made her so long ago, and it's like, this is the first time I get to use her. Let's see.
Well, she's been trying to get in a fight.
Yeah, she's been trying to. Spray.
We're just gonna burn something down if you didn't get into a fight.
Within close range, okay. And it actually has a medium range to fire from, so.
Yeah, that's why I always figured out she could fire it from this round, and then next round she could be on the ground.
Alrighty, scroll. Okay. So she is going to... Well, actually, no. Connor first will attack Kim.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Looks like you probably dig his shit out then.
I will give myself a blessing on the attack.
Do you spend a legend to do that, or imbue one?
Imbue. And it's a one and done. So that's 9 successes in total.
Okay. Oh. All right. I have my dice now. Gonna need those. All right. So he is imbuing a legend to activate his legendary title.
Okay.
Master of the Invincible Body Style.
Uh-huh.
Which gives him, I believe, a +2. Which in this case applies to his defense roll.
Okay.
Now he's got 3 soft armor. He's got skin like stone, so that's 3 soft armor. You've got something that ignores.
I do, yes.
Does it ignore all 3 of them, or did it ignore 2 of them? I don't remember.
It ignores 2.
Okay.
It ignores 2 soft armor.
So effectively, he's got 1 soft armor actually working against you then.
Yes.
All right. And then his defensive stat will be his stamina. Alright, that's not great. So that's 1. So his defense becomes a 2. Plus the soft armor. Where the soft armor is, that doesn't affect his defense. That's,
That affects the, I have to burn an extra success.
That's right. It costs more
damage.
to actually inflict the damage. Okay.
So I'm going to spend 1. So it's the 2, makes it 7. Spend 1 for 6. I will burn those 6 to do 2 critical hits.
Okay. So a hit, 2 critical hits.
And I will, utilizing the Pistons for Fists boon, I will do the knockback, the free knockback. I'm going to try to
Okay.
knock him back, like, close to where the skeletons are.
Alright, where is... Ah, there's critical. Alright, he is going to spend a legend
Mm-hmm.
to activate his Unbreakable, which negates an inflict damage stunt.
Okay.
You know, still takes 2 from the...
Right.
Oh, he's also got Well-Tempered, which is +1 to inflict damage stunt.
No. That is the +1 to soft armor.
Okay, well, Stone like Skin like Stone gives him 3 soft armor, so he would have had 4 soft armor then.
Okay. So that gives me 2 to play with then.
He takes 2 from the crits.
No, so he'd take 1 then if he's activating that, spending a legend to activate Unbreakable.
Oh, okay.
Which then in that case...
Too bad he can't do that more often.
Yeah.
I mean, he can do it probably 4 times.
Well, if he doesn't have anything else imbued.
Yeah.
Because he's not imbuing a legend, do that, he's spending.
Yeah, no, it's,
So it's a...
You know what? I will use my last 2 successes to, as he's getting knocked back, to sort of twirl the staff and sort of give him a come at me motion and use feint.
Alright, and feint is...
Give an ally enhancement to hit him.
Okay. And you were knocking him towards the skeletons?
Yeah, not like into them because we've had that conversation.
Yes.
Sort of in there.
He lands right behind him. I mean, he's
Yeah.
like, you know, he lands at their feet kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the
they're bony
syntax.
shins.
I'm trying to find the syntax for like keeping a set of dice above like a certain number for roll 20.
You're just going to be better off rolling them and counting them from there.
But as he lands, I will sort of taunt out and I'll go, Shauna, fire!
From above you hear, yes! And then it's drowned out by the sound of flame.
Okay.
The entire band is cheering.
And because we went over this with the mercs, my command specialty gives her an enhancement because she's following my order.
Okay.
So in this case, it is...
And I assume she is torching the area with the skeletons and now Kim.
Skeletons, Kim, Chad, and Penelope. Because they're
Oh.
all there.
Ouchie.
This bridge is on fire.
Hello, everybody. I'm so
Hi.
sorry.
Hello.
You're
You're
fine.
So,
I guess you started.
Yeah,
yes.
we're just on the first player
I wanna say
turn.
it's-
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry. Then I just completely botched that. Then.
Great, then,
You're good, dude. You're good.
Okay.
One. Okay.
Hey, at least you got a 10.
Yeah.
She's getting warmed up.
So that's 4 successes.
Okay. Now, do they all roll their defenses separately, or how does that work with spray and pray?
Spray and praise, it's an AoE hit to everything in the area.
You also a reminder you can't roll for your NPCs if she's going for the phalanx.
What was that now?
Yeah, the skeletons are NPCs.
Skeletons are NPCs, not the So if you're going for if she's going for the phalanx, then yeah,
Well, let's say she's hitting the Phalanx, Kim, Chad, and Penelope because they're all there.
She would just hit for the band, I think, or roll for the band.
I guess, yeah. I'm not sure if it's all individual. Let me open up that book again.
Yeah, what page is Spray and Pray on? That's all. Give it a look. And which book? Is it in Origins or is it in Hero?
It's an Origin.
Yeah.
It's an Origin power. Flare, Spray and Pray.
It's on
successful.
149.
Yeah, it's successful. The attack is applied not only to the intended target, but to any other potential targets within close range of the intended target. The attack exhausts the weapon's magazine if it has one. So, I guess those that can roll do roll their defense.
Yeah, I think so.
Alright, qualities, utilities. You said 140 what?
149.
Okay, I think I typed in 146.
Oh, yeah. The page number is 149. It's probably like 150 or something.
Yeah. Alright, Spray Bang. Alright, the antagonist makes a single attack roll subtracting 3 dice. If successful, the attack is applied not only to the intended target, but to any other potential targets in close range of the intended target.
So yeah, I would assume the other Scions roll defense, but the Skelly boys don't get to.
Right.
Since the entire Phalanx is getting slammed, will they get their defense bonus?
I think the ones in the middle probably still would.
Yeah, it's just a regular attack roll. It's just covering multiple targets, so everybody gets to roll. I don't see anything that would imply the skeletons don't do.
Well, the skeletons are the NPCs,
skeletons
remember?
Last time we had them.
They have a set defense.
Yeah, they don't have a full character sheet like the Scions do.
I got what you're saying now. I thought you were saying they didn't get
yeah.
a defense. No, this is you're
No,
right.
they definitely get a defense. It's just it's a set.
Gotcha.
You told us to remind you you're not allowed to roll defense for the skeleton.
Right. So they're
Several times.
Individually, the defense is a 3.
Mm-hmm.
They get when they're in the Phalanx, they get an additional defense for each buddy. Buddies on either side of them.
Right.
So the 2 on the end effectively have a 4. The ones in the middle.
That's why I'm curious. I know
effectively have a
I could see
5.
how that would work for like a single attack, but if they're all simultaneously getting torched, how would they?
They're still putting up the shield wall, sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
You remember in 300 when the Spartans did the little dome of shields because they were taking area attacks from above.
All right. Yeah, so 2 of them do get hit, and then the others have to roll. The Scions, I suppose.
All right.
This is like situational added, not roll added.
Yeah.
All right. So 1 on the end takes another damage, and he's gone. That's the one on the Penelope Chad side, not the Dixie Roberts side. And number 7 over on the Dixie Chad side, or Dixie Roberts side, would take 1.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody in the middle is fine, and then I have to roll for Penelope and Chad.
And Kim.
Yes, and Kim. Though with his soft armor and stuff, I don't think she's going to be high enough to...
No, that's fair, yeah.
She doesn't have the extra success to actually do him any damage, so I'm going to save time and not roll for him.
Alright.
But I will roll for old Chad Bronson.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so proud of that name for some reason.
It's very good for what you were trying to do with him.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so he's got 2 successes, so his defense is effectively a 3, and you said she got how many?
She got 4.
Alright, so Chad will take a damage.
Yes.
Let's see. I think his armor will take that one, though. Hang on, what does Tempered do?
We had this question about
Yes.
tempered last session too.
Yes. Alright, so, and then Penelope.
Let's say is... Yeah.
Does Penelope still have complications because she's knocked down?
Yes, she's still prone as far as I know.
Yeah, she is.
Because all Tillers did on their turn was kick her towards the group further.
Well, let's see. The complication she's got on her, she's got, what, a 3 to get up, to stand up. That's specific to standing up.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think she's got anything on her that would
I
affect
was just
the defense
double
roll.
checking.
But she only got a 1. So that makes her defense effectively a 2.
So she also gets hit.
All right. Chad's hard work is undone.
Yes, it is.
That one legend wasted.
So
How
anyway,
is she looking? Is she still up?
oh, she's looking like death warmed over. She is still moving. She is not out. She is maimed, but she's not out.
Okay.
So yeah, so Shauna shouting, yeah, and then you hear just maniacal laughter as she, finishes the arc. And it's like circling back around.
Love it.
Or she could land. Either, whichever one you'd rather her do.
That one is... She can choose to follow his command or not.
All right, what was it you told her to do?
He told her to fire.
Oh yeah, she
fired.
Because he figured she would be gleeful because she wanted to, and I quote, set things on fire.
So yeah, so she
mission
arcs
accomplished.
out over the lake and is like turning around, for another pass or something.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Awesome.
Then it's an NPC on a 5.
Quick,
I'll also like to say I'll use my movement. I'm gonna close the distance up to Kim.
Okay.
Since I didn't use my movement.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
quick
You knock me
question.
back. You gave the command. As soon as she comes through, you run up while the fire is dying down.
Do we hear like the crowd reaction to sudden appearance of dragon?
Y'all are in the middle of the bridge, and it's a decently long bridge, so probably
Okay.
not. Now there
So
may
this
be
is
a
like-
news reporter somewhere that's getting his station a fine for swearing on
Holy
the.
fuck,
Yeah.
it's a
What was
dragon!
that?
Holy shit!
The FCC is coming down hard on Olympus after this.
Yeah, they're like, you gotta have someone bleeping that stuff.
All right, I think we're gonna let old Dixie go next.
Oh.
I can't wait.
She takes her focus off Robert for just a second as the dragon flies by. And you see her smile real big. Oh, I'm slaying that thing.
I'll break your neck first.
Hey, dude, that is her short-term deed. Slay the band's beasts.
Well, yeah, if she says that out loud, that's Connor's response.
Yeah, Robert's probably the only one close enough to catch it with all the going-ons.
Mm.
And he doesn't have a pet, so it doesn't affect him. All right. So she rears back with her axe.
She's gonna chunk her axe. Oh shit.
Well, Robert's right up there on her. He took a swing with his hammer his last round.
Okay, so she's still attacking
last
him.
session. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
She's gonna kill Robert first, then go after the pets.
Yeah, order of operations. I get it.
Yeah. And then she's going to mount them all
She's
on her
got a
wall.
checklist.
Ah, good. It's a reflexive action. She's going to imbue a legend.
Yes, it is.
And she takes on the aspect of her father. Visage great and terrible. Her red hair is waffling in the breeze more, and there's like shoots of flame kind of mixed in amongst it. So let's see. No, wait, that's Heaven's Fire I'm reading. No wonder it wouldn't make sense. Alright. So her very appearance instills her enemies with absolute terror. With the terror confronting her divinity. Trivial targets automatically flee. There's none of those on the bridge.
Skelly boys.
They're not trivial. They've got
Okay.
like full health and stuff.
Okay.
I think they're also just immune to fear because of their, what's something going to do? Kill them? Let's see. With other characters, while other characters face a +2 complication on any action that does not somehow help them flee your presence. So she's making it a little bit harder for you to hit her or act against her.
Specifically her, though, right?
Yes.
Okay.
On +2 complication on any action that does not somehow help them flee your presence. Y'all are all in her presence.
Yep.
You know, attacking Kim is not helping flee her presence. But then she's going to take a swing at with her axe. Let's see. It's got aggravated and brutal on it, which I don't think actually affects her to hit, though.
Nope.
Alright, so this will be her close combat. 4, 5. And her... dexterity with an axe or might with an axe?
Depends on barbarian or fighter.
She's probably more... She's probably trained. We'll go with dex. And then she's got the axe quality, or the axe specialty, and she's using it in its prescribed manner.
Prescribed.
I'm using an axe.
An interesting
To do axe
verbiage.
thing?
Oh, it's the same thing with guns.
Yeah, it's still a strange verbiage to do it that way.
Yeah, I don't really understand.
I'm using this knife as a hammer. I don't get it.
Well, it's like, you know, Robert's pistol whipping. He had to take that special to get it.
Yeah.
But still, it's super effective.
Well, I don't know. You've been doing better with the hammer, truthfully.
Yeah, you really have.
RNG has just been like, here, son, you've answered your calling. I'll give this to you.
Somewhere his dwarf dad's like, yes.
Well, his dwarf dad's like, yes, use the proper tool for the proper job.
Stop hitting things with a gun. You're embarrassing me.
Alright, so she only got 3 successes. So if you'd like to make your defensive roll. Alright.
Hey.
So she got 3
It's up to
successes.
3.
That's 2, so that's a tie. Alright. Then an NPC goes on 4. And I believe I'm going to have the Skelly Boys advance. They're basically advancing on Sasha and that group.
You know what I forgot again?
What's that?
My clones can also do shit.
Remember that next turn.
Sasha's looked behind her. You got 2 clone Connors eating popcorn.
I'll remember that next round.
And then she scowls at him and they're like,
Character.
oh.
I will be remembering that next go round. I completely forgot about it again. I'm so used to not using them for combat related things.
And you don't always use them in combat because they're not sturdy.
Well, yeah, they take a hit. and they're
They can
gone.
lay out the damage, but they can't take it.
Yeah, I'm just so used to using them for like scouting or recon. Not used to using them.
All right, Sasha. Skeletons are advancing on you. Well, you,
Cool.
Jaden, the Aminals.
All right. We did the blind. It's now time for Beast Blade and Smoochums.
Oh, let's see.
Switchums is a
One of these things
Honorary
just doesn't
SP.
belong here.
Let's see. How far can you move? Is it one range band?
One range band nominally, yes.
Well, eventually with Blade, but
And you go from
So
short
the-
to close. And they were in. Let's see.
she's not going after the Skelly Boys yet.
Well, I'm trying to decide if they can get up to you and attack this round.
Oh,
'Cause
they'd have
let's
to
see.
walk over Chad and Penelope.
And Telarius, actually, I think.
places
Oh,
in
right.
that general area.
Where
I think they're. I think they're
exactly was
furthest
Hilarious?
back because they could just tag people from a distance.
Yeah, I think they had hung back with Sasha.
Yeah.
And we're like,
Well,
Yeah.
they're like
Bing, bing.
behind Sasha, if anything. But yes, they are
Yeah.
within the
Okay.
same general area.
Okay.
Then
I
yes,
didn't remember if Talarius had moved back or not.
the skeletons walked right up to Sasha. And your protective thing goes out to medium range or short range? It was the 30 meters or whatever? Okay. So they go from short to close. And then they're going to take a... Let's see. 2 of them will attack Sasha.
May I make a
Okay.
logistical question, just because my brain's going?
Sure.
Moving 30 meters within a phalanx in a short span of time. How does that work?
They march forward in a synchronized fashion, bending to get around the people on either side of them, the Penelope and the Robert groups.
This might be one of those I have to suspend my disbelief. But that's 90 feet in
Just a little bit, yeah.
in like 6 seconds.
But it's also not technically 6 seconds in
Well, yeah,
Scion.
Yeah, that's D&D talk.
Yeah, I'm
I
used
want to say the
D&D.
rule is you can move 1 range increment, so they're going from medium to close.
Fair enough.
We are supers. We are basically supers.
Yeah. My brain
Wait,
just had
isn't
a
it medium to
disconnect.
short then close?
Yeah.
If they're
Right.
medium, they're going to short, and then they have to get to close.
Yeah, so
then they
they're
wouldn't be able to
short.
attack.
Well, the tricky is that's right. Because hang on, I was thinking everybody was under her protection, but that's right. Connor Prime wasn't. He was too far away
Yeah.
because he was at medium. So you're right. So yeah, they're at short now.
Because
Not
they were
at-
like
not at
equal
close.
distance
There's-
sandwich.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking, they just like
I was thinking
They
everybody.
zoomed-
I was thinking
they
you had
ran with
everybody
their
under your
shields
protective
out.
field, but it was everybody except Connor because he was so far.
Yeah, because it was like
So they are.
Connor, Kim, Phalanx.
They kind of fold
Chad,
in
Penelope.
into a little bit of a V to get past all the other fights, and then they spread back out and keep advancing. But yes, they're now at short then, and luckily
Okay,
they don't
so-
seem to have any bows.
Are they between the?
They're between
Archangel
your group
and-
and everybody else.
So they're between. They're now in front of Penelope and Chad.
They're in front of Penelope and Chad. They are in front of Robert and Dixie.
Okay. So it's basically Talarius, the Animules, Jaden, and then
Yeah.
the guy, the Scaly
And thing
boys.
one
Okay.
and thing 1 and thing 2.
Okay.
And then 3 and 3 is coming down the bridge.
All right, so that was them on a 4. Players on a 3. Who wants to go?
I guess Jaden will go.
Okay.
Healing hands, is that entire action? Right?
If it's a simple action, yes.
I think. Let me look.
It spends a legend, yes.
Simple actions.
Simple. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Simple actions
okay.
take your turn. Reflexive actions can be as many as
Oh,
you want on your
since-
turn.
I do have healing.
Okay. Got to be at
Jaden
close
will
range.
Heal herself of the blight.
Fair enough.
All right, so you've got to touch somebody
Which was
Easily touch yourself. Yeah.
right here in front of everybody.
yeah, that's fine.
Uh,
I hope your mother's not watching TV.
Jesus Christ.
You're the one that went there, dude. The rest of us were just like, okay.
I was just reading off how the power worked. I am innocent, pure as the driven snow.
Hmm.
I can wear white at my wedding, except
Anyway.
maybe for the gloves.
Yeah, those are red.
All right. So who was going? Oh, that's right. Jaden was healing herself.
Jaden used healing hands.
Yeah.
Is there another player?
Let's see how it's a 4. So Jaden went on a 3. Then a player on a 2.
Okay. work with me here on this one, Jason. Telarius would like to spend a legend that they've never done before, but they see what's going on with
Dixie?
Yes, with the Visage Great and Terrible. I would like to spend a legend to resolve that condition and like nullify that, if that is at all possible. And I would.
What power are you trying to use to do that?
Resolve. It's a Marvel resolve condition.
Let me read how her ability works. I don't think it's a condition technically. No, she just put a complication on you. That is not a condition. A condition is things like I want to say what Jaden had on her, or if something breaks a leg, for example, can it count as a condition?
I think they're trying to resolve the condition of like her projecting that condition, like the power.
Well,
I think you're stretching what a Marvel can do.
Yeah, that is what I'm asking.
It lets you do little undefined things, and you're trying to basically just counteract another Scion's full-on ability.
Sure. Okay.
Well,
now, if there is a specific power that could counteract it.
Resolve condition may count. It does say spend a legend to resolve a condition that is related to or opposed to the nature or symbolism of your purview. This can break curses and other magically inflicted conditions. It's
not a condition, is I think
I think that's
okay.
Yeah. All right. So instead, they will do something else.
Okay.
They will instead upheaval. So as the phalanx is walking towards Sasha and the people over there, little cracks start forming on the bridge that they're walking on. And using the chaos purview, I would like that to make it harder for them to move forward to the point where like it starts creating like little holes in. There's like doing some like
So you're doing difficult terrain?
Less difficult terrain, more they're going to fall here in a little bit.
Might I propose that also affects us to getting to the rest of the band?
Yes. But it's specifically where the phalanx is in that group where they are.
I think she's just saying that if you make the bridge collapse, you know.
No, it's not the bridge. It's just that one section.
How wide are they going across the bridge?
Yeah, one section 7 people
wide.
Well,
there's 6 of them left, so it's like 6 people standing kind of shoulder to shoulder.
It's about like 3 feet across each, so...
That's fair.
18, 20 feet across.
All right, fair enough.
I'm not saying it's a bad idea. I'm just
Sure. To be fair, that would leave enough on the edges for y'all to run around, but it would be an obstacle y'all have to move around.
That is what I'm getting at. Like it's just I want to have enough space for us to like move on the end after we get rid of these people.
All right. So what would they roll, or what do you? Do you have to roll something for that attack?
It is upheaval. I am just spending a legend.
What page is upheaval on?
It's a Marvel. You put it. It's in the Marvel thing. You can click.
Upheaval. So I'm creating. I guess this would be a difficult terrain, which would give. It imposes a +3 complication on everyone caught in it or other dramatic large-scale events. So now instead of like going in a straight phalanx, they have to split up little bits at a time. I can't make the whole bridge collapse, of course, because that's stupid. But I can make little holes where they're walking so that they step and they kind of go through a little bit and they have to stop, get up, move again.
Well, it says it puts a +3 or -3
complication. Yes,
complication on them. So that's really all.
That's what I'm doing.
All right. So the Skelly Boys have a 3 complication.
Effectively, it's a different variation of the power that I use to flash boil the whirlpool in the lake.
Gotcha.
And that is a spent legend. So I've marked it as such. It doesn't say whether it's a simple action or not.
I think it just. Yeah, it doesn't. It just says you spend a
it says
legend.
once per scene as a simple action. It says it at the beginning.
Okay.
Okay, never mind then. Okay, cool.
Right. But you put
there's-
a 3 complication on 7 enemies, so that's not, or 6 enemies.
Yeah,
so
that's not nothing.
Yeah,
Or anything else going through that area.
Mm-hmm.
that's true. That would be the area.
So whatever is in that area where the 6 Skelly boys are, as they just step, and every now and again they just happen to step where it's like inconvenient for them. They step on a hole, they step on a rock.
Right.
Does
But if y'all run along either edge of the bridge, y'all are fine. There's enough room to run through that way.
There's
So
plenty of room on the edge.
question-
Would
Yes.
it affect Dixie?
Would it
Right
affect
there.
Dixie and would it affect Chad and Penelope because they were like right behind and adjacent to?
Yeah.
He was direct. Well, so was Robert.
Mm.
Yeah.
He sounded like he was directing it specifically at where the
Okay.
Skeletal boys were. So
Yeah,
I'm
they were.
just making that clarification.
because Chad and Penelope, I know for sure are kind of at the edge of the bridge.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
All right. Next up
makes sense.
is
We're good.
2 NPCs.
Cool.
Let's see. Dixie has already gone.
All that's left, I think, is Penelope.
And Kim.
And
Yeah.
Yeah, because
well, we have a PC as well.
do it now.
Well, yeah, but this is NPCs.
NPCs, you said.
Yeah. I'm not talking about the end of the round. I'm just talking about the end of my people's.
Alrighty.
So yes, Penelope and Kim. We're gonna let Kim go first.
Okay.
So he stands up, undamaged from the flames,
Gotta roll.
glistening.
You
Yeah,
got
he-
to roll for that.
Yeah, pistons like fists.
Now, is it a separate roll, or does it just go into part of his action where he's got to take a multiple action?
He has to multi-action.
Okay. All
It's like
right.
a-
So his
how
multiple
much
action.
complication?
His multiple action is he's gonna stand up and go and take a swing at Connor.
Okay. That's a.
You just have to die off.
I don't know if the terrain counts towards this. If it does not, it's a complication of 4.
All right. So
And if he fails, I get a free swing.
you get a free swing while he's at a distance. Because if he fails to get enough to stand up, then he fails to stand up. He doesn't move closer to you.
Well, I said I took my movement action after I knocked him back.
Oh,
to get
you're right.
back
You're
on.
right. I forgot about that. You're right. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So basically, if he doesn't have enough to buy it off, then he stays down and I get a free swing at him.
All right. All right. So that's 2 enhancement. All right. 1, 2, 3. Those was a 10. 4. And then his enhancements. Alright, so we got a total of 7.
All right.
So that's 4 to buy off.
Mm-hmm.
So he stands up and takes a swing at you with 3.
Okie dokie. That is a defensive 6.
And he misses.
Damn.
Do they catch the fist?
You know, can I be a little thematic with this?
As long as it doesn't involve like you getting an extra attack or something, sure.
It's not an extra attack. Just it's sort of like how he'll do like the Kim misses bit. He'll catch it and goes finesse before savagery.
He makes no response. He seems to be focused. After all, what kind of savage just flaps his gums in a fight? Alright, next up is Penelope.
She will make dying whale noises on the bridge.
Wow.
I'm just saying. She's gonna have to roll pretty good just to get up, and she's maimed.
I mean, she is of the sea, but
Well, it's literally right
That's
under
the
us.
joke.
So that's what we got going on here.
Yeah.
All right, changing tide. She's not going to bother to stand up to do this. All right, let's see. She's got to imbue a legend. Check. Let's see. One scene or instant, depending on what she's doing with this.
Puppy.
Yep.
All right. Let's see.
Question: how far in the air is this bridge, though?
Oh, excuse me. It's for what she's doing. It's spin the legend. Let's see. I'm not sure how I'd be off. I mean, it's up above the water a bit, but
Okay, yeah, I was reading the thing and I was like, reversing the water's not going to do anything. But since you said spending legend, never mind.
yeah. Spinning the legend is she's calling up a great wave to crash down on her foes. It has the bashing, long range, pushing, and shockwave tags. I think I know what shockwave does, but let me double check.
Shockwave hits everything in an entire range band.
So it would hit her allies then too?
Well, it would, if they were in the range band that she's aiming this at.
We're all in the same range band.
Yeah, we are.
Kind of are, yeah.
If that was true, the skeleton's gonna hit you last round. What are you talking about?
You
You go
them.
medium, short, close.
Yeah. So it's
She's within our range band, but so she would theoretically hurt herself.
Yeah.
Is what I think we're getting at here.
She can use this at long range, though. It's not centered around her.
Mhm.
She could hit like Sasha's group basically from their ass end.
Okay.
Because the water is on all sides of you. That's why she picked the bridge. So it's going to be the Sasha, Jaden, Talarius,
Yep. What am I rolling?
Doggies, and Connor clones.
This is a defense roll, yeah?
Yes, because she rolls it like a regular, well, kind of a regular attack.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. She uses her
Occult
highest power attribute. And her occult, which is quite high.
What's composure for Talarius? Because, yeah.
Let's see. She gets she gets a +1 because she has a purpose, which is a knack.
Mm-hmm.
One, two. Well, that could have been better. So that's 3 with her knack.
It doesn't hit me.
Doesn't hit me either.
Doesn't hit me or the dog.
Doesn't hit
Or
either
me.
clones.
All right.
Yeah.
What about Spruce?
Spruce, I think it's the same, so
Yeah, they have the same defense.
yeah, so it doesn't hit.
They're
Oh, that's right. They've got
Lucians
baseline
and
defense if
Spruce
you don't roll.
have-
Yeah.
Yeah, they're the same.
yeah, we gave them both the same.
Okay.
Yeah. The only thing they might have difference because I dumped some points into Smoochums to give them a little bit more health.
I didn't know you could do that to give more health. What?
You lose dice other places, but
Very true.
All right. So what y'all saw her do was pull her hands up, and she flings one hand down, and that wave sweeps across you. And then I'm going to
Silly
burn 2
biffs.
tension.
Oh,
Because one of the things I can do with tension, by spending 2 of them, Action interrupt to tension. Insert a new story guide character slot for 1 round, even if the antagonist has already acted.
Legendary actions. Let's go.
I really wish I'd gotten to use the bees.
And Penelope brings her other hand
kill
down, and the
him.
wave hits that same group from the other side.
Oh, so she's trying to do it again.
Yes. Basically,
Damn,
she was trying to
jeez.
hit you with 2 of them.
Sure. Okay.
One clone's going down, probably.
Ah! I got an even better composure roll.
But hey, momentum.
All right, so she got 5 this time.
Okay, I am at 5.
All right.
No. Nope, I get hit with that. How much am I taking?
What was your defense roll?
2.
All right.
That go around. If I
She had
kept
5,
it, it
so
would have
that's
been
that gives her 3 to
4.
play with. So you take a damage because you can do that
Okay.
for free.
I'm doing that for my It's a bruise, right? That's gonna go for my armor.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're not too badly injured. Yeah, I mean it would come off your armor first, and then you just like regular damage. It's just regular damage.
Thing 2 pops.
All right. Then you mark him off.
Thing 1 is fine.
Okay.
Talaria's hit 5, so does that do damage? Or is
I've been
nothing
letting
else?
ties go in y'all's favor, so no.
Okay, cool. So,
Now the all right. So the shockwave taglet hit all of you, and the pushing tag, I imagine, is some kind of movement thing. Do I have the tag on my screen, GM screen here? That'd be really convenient.
Yeah, tags would have been nice to have.
Pushing, knock an opponent prone after inflicting damage. So anybody that took damage that didn't pop is knocked prone.
that's just automatic, and she doesn't have to spend successes for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's this sort of the same thing as Connor's Pistons for Fists. If he hits, they go.
Yeah.
All right, so Rappy got hit. Let me finish with her. So that leaves her with. She was left with 3. She had damage for free. The knockdown is free. And then she is going to use Shove. For every success you spend after beating the difficulty, you may push the opponent back a number of meters equal to your might. The might in this case would be... okay, now I had her sheet right out here. Where did it go? Okay, so that'd be 4, 8. It's not enough to knock you off the bridge. But you go sliding, you know. It doesn't really matter. You're not melee with anybody, but
Yeah, I just go sliding back a bit.
well, it's the wave came from the side, so it's knocked you over closer to one side. If she hit you like that again, she might have been able to push you off the edge, but not.
She's still alive by the time she gets to do that again.
No, she won't be.
Probably not.
Oh no, I got
She went into this knowing this was probably her last hurrah.
But you're trying to take us out, but
This was strictly smoke 'em if you got 'em.
Yeah. I get you.
All right, so that was her. Let's see. Talarius didn't get knocked.
Nope.
How did Sasha do?
It was against 5.
Yes.
Where's it at?
Dogs get hit. In that
Yeah,
case.
the peppers are hit, and she got hit with just damage to her armor.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But you did get knocked prone if it hit you. So you'd have gone sprawling with Jaden. So you and Jaden are still together, basically.
In order to do any damage, she would have had to burn 2 successes.
Because
Anyway, Shauna's on the field. Her unstoppable trait gives everybody in our group soft armor 2.
okay, so you wouldn't have got knocked as far then.
wait.
You'd have only got knocked. She'd only had 1 success to put in the knock you around. So y'all didn't get.
And we're
pushed very
going from
far.
side to side, not back.
Right.
Correct.
Yeah.
Because the wave is
Okay.
hitting from the side. The wave came up from either side of the bridge and crashed down.
But didn't she use that to do a prone?
The prone happens with a tag.
With a hit.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's an automatic. That's a tag
pushing.
on the attack, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
It-
Cool.
I'll say it's the same as when Connor uses pistons for fists. If he hits, they're prone.
It also has
Or-
bashing. What is bashing? Oh, that's just blunt. I'm saying it's blunt force damage. Okay.
It's just
Yeah.
blunt force.
Yeah, bashing means it can't be used to do lethal damage. Or it by itself, it can't be used to do lethal
Yeah.
damage because you can totally knock somebody off a cliff, and the fall will do lethal
Gravity
damage.
will kill them, but the initial
You throw a
thing
big,
will-
Bashing won't.
you throw a few big logs with metal spikes sticking out of them, and then splash them with that water.
The metal spike makes it no longer bashing. It's now a lethal.
Yeah.
All right, and then it is the last two players get to go. So whichever two of y'all have not gone, which would be I think
To go,
Sasha and
please.
Jaden.
No, Sasha.
Jaden
and
Sasha
Robert.
and
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Jaden healed herself of the blight.
Robert, you want to go?
Oh, that's right.
I can.
Go for it.
All right. Well, since karma's been good to me so far, and yes, I'm jinxing myself.
yeah, you
But
did.
anyway, well, since she is back in range, she is going to take a swing and get Dixie.
She.
All right, roll it.
Yeet. That gives a 4 at least.
All right, that's not bad at all. Now, with your close combat skill, do you have like the hammer specialty?
No.
Okay.
I mean, if I could quickly spend some points, yes, that could be a thing, but
Let's see.
Well, are you adding the points in for using the weapon as a weapon? And do you have any like general enhancements?
far as I know, I'm using it as a weapon intended, so that's the +1.
Okay, I didn't.
yeah,
I didn't
he
know if
was
it was a
factoring that
general
in. Okay.
enhancement.
All right, let her roll her defense, and let's see. Oh, but she's got the Visage Great and Terrible up,
Mm-hmm.
and that was a
2 complication.
2 complication. So
So
3,
you have
4 successes minus 2. So
I got 2 successes.
so you got 2 successes. 2 successes. When everything's equaled out. She got 1. That makes her defense a 2. I've been letting ties go to y'all. So you hit her. She'd already taken a damage on her armor, so she is actually bruised now.
Okay.
She's smiling really big at you though. She looks terrifying, but this is also the happiest you've ever seen her, which is maybe the terrifying part.
I don't think you have successes to play with after that, right? Because it's tied. So you just did damage.
Yeah, the damage is free. She doesn't have the whole.
Yeah.
Soft armor.
Yeah, I don't have no more,
Hang on.
or no, I don't have anything to play with. So yeah, I'm basically done.
Mm-hmm.
I said that, and I saw that she had something. Which something was it she had? Okay, she's got to spin to use that. That is not a reflexive, or it is a reflexive, but it's not free, so she ain't doing it. All right, and that leaves who's last up?
The bees.
The bees.
Not the bees!
I would like to smash the bees. And
Amazing.
I'm gonna hold a
Really
second on
challenging.
where I'm gonna send them, because Smoochum is also going to make a beeline. Well, not a beeline, but like,
He's going to follow the line of bees to somebody.
yeah, Smoochums is going for Penelope.
I just imagine the bees lining up like runway lights. It's like, come on. And Smooch is just.
No, they're just they're a straight line. Then suddenly there's a V at the end. You realize there's an arrow pointing where they want him to go.
And also with Smoochums being a 5 dot, would Smoochums be considerably larger?
You may have to buy that. I have not looked at how
Okay.
you construct animals closely.
And animals grow as you put dots into them, like their natural growth pattern.
Okay.
Like say a young basilisk would be like a 2-3 dot, but like one that's adolescent to like young adult is a 5-dot, for example. The reason why Shauna grew so damn big
Because
you
put
dumped
points
the
in
dots.
is specifically because I took the unstoppable flare,
there. Okay.
which specifically states they grow to exceptional size.
Well,
So I wonder how big Smoochums and Spruce are then.
Smoochums also has shape changer, so Smoochum just drops the adorable Pibble look and is now large, salivating Crocahippa lion.
Well, if he's an adult, a mutt now, they were at least hippo size, weren't they?
If not bigger.
I mean, probably bigger when you consider it's a hippo with like a proportional crocodile tail.
No,
Or did they have? No, they only had the head. Yeah, that's right.
So
It's crocodile hippo.
Lion, hippo.
So does that mean Jaden could ride Spruce into battle?
That would probably be a different flare.
Though
Either way.
in the myths, Cerberus was pretty big.
Yeah,
say-
he
let's
was
say-
full points into Spruce.
I will say, do keep in mind we are still at hero status
Oh,
level.
that's
We're
true,
not
that's
at like
true. I know.
demigod and god status level.
He's
Our-
probably
our-
bigger than any natural dog at this point.
Like I looked at 1.0, the dot ratings
Mhm.
go past 5 when you get into like demigod and god because your strength of relics will grow past that point.
Yep.
Let's say when we get to demigod and god, they're getting like full like legend size probably.
Okay.
This is just abnormally large, not supernaturally large.
Either way.
Yes.
Smoochums.
Behold the beast.
Hauling hippo ass. And
You're
is there any... Oh yeah, 35 miles an hour.
I was about to say, even natural hippos can haul like you wouldn't believe.
Oh
Uh-huh.
yeah. Does she have any conditions that would subtract or add dice because she is prone, Penelope?
-1 defense.
Okay.
Against
So... Oh yeah, biting is melee. So 13 dice, and then a +2 enhancement because of the savage tag.
All right, give it a roll.
So it'd be +3 because
Oh.
melee attack with natural weaponry.
4. Okay, you roll
1, 2,
more.
3, 4, 5,
Yeah, you roll 2 more dice.
6,
6.
7, 8 successes.
9.
Yep.
What to do
Nine.
it, Smoochums?
Natural weapon being used in melee is
Yep.
being used as a melee weapon used as intended.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit.
Smoochums would like to chomp.
Is Smoochums gonna death roll Penelope?
Oh no.
So,
A hippo death rolling Penelope? Is that how this is gonna work?
oh no, she's instructed Smoochums to disable if at all possible, to not kill.
Mm.
So he eats her hands.
Or a tentacle,
Killing.
or,
All the
It's-
doggy tentacles.
It's disabling her.
Well, Sasha's still under the impression that well, you know what? Fuck it. Smoochums is trying to be a good boy, but he ain't being that good a boy.
He hungry.
Well, you can give the animals orders,
Yeah.
but they act as
But-
NPCs. So he's not going to have a lot of strategy. He's just going to run out and bite, and whatever he bites,
Yeah,
bites,
yeah.
you know.
He's chomping.
His teeth-
He knows he's under orders not to actually eat somebody, but
Yeah, he's not going to pull a Shauna and eat somebody.
I will state before this started, Connor did tell Shauna she's not allowed to eat them.
that she's not allowed to eat them.
She is not allowed to eat them.
Okay.
They're
because-
people. They're asshole people, but they're people.
Well, no,
she's
it's
content to
because-
be in the fight. She'll probably obey that.
I'll say no. It's because their relics might be useful.
Oh, that's fair.
And they're on TV.
They're also
Oh,
on TV.
I'm just imagining raising a dragon. No, don't eat the relics. Like you don't let dogs eat chicken bones. Oh no, some of them are
Drop it,
indestructible. It'll poke your
Drop
belly
it.
out.
What have you got in your mouth?
All right, let Penelope roll her defense.
Sure. Good luck.
Thank you. She's going to need it. Well, that's not too bad.
It just keeps her out of crit range, which is
Two
still
success-
isn't.
It was only 2 successes, but they were both 10. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, well. So 2 successes, though I think she only gets to count one of them.
It's not. Oh yeah.
So her because she's prone, so her defense comes up as a total of 2.
Okay, and I
Versus-
had
Still-
how many successes? 13?
You had
50,
9.
11.
9?
It-
Okay. 13 dice, 9 successes.
Still hit and crit, I think.
Yeah.
All right, she
Well-
is taken out.
Yeah.
One of the Varangian band is down and out.
And the bees will then go and cover Chad.
You literally hear Chad scream, not the bees.
And I will
Oh.
put the stuff for the bees in the...
I was
chat.
waiting for it.
All right, where's Penelope?
He takes an injury condition and his defense is reduced by 1 until Sasha's next turn. At
Alright,
which
so
point
you-
she's just going to reapply them.
You said his defense is at -1. Let me mark that on the sheet. Just so I don't forget it. No, defense at
It's in
minus,
the-
not plus. That's important.
It has been dropped into chat.
I need a bigger table for all these sheets. Okay, I see it now. Or maybe a 4th monitor.
Oh jeez.
There's just not a room for all the
Imagine.
stuff I have to have open looking at.
Having 4 monitors.
Or- For this crunchy ass system, absolutely.
That's true. Star Wars will be a lot easier.
Mhm.
Or whatever
Yeah.
we're playing next. We haven't made the official announcement.
He also has it's a rank 3 complication for him to try and move away from it to disengage.
Okay. Oh yeah, and it did damage. I probably need to mark that too.
Yeah.
Please.
Mage is down, go for the healer.
Mm-hmm.
The mage has been successfully geeked.
It only took you 2 weeks.
To be fair, it was like 1 round.
Yeah.
I
No, this was the second
took her
round.
from full to nearly maimed in a single attack.
Yeah, that's what I'm
I'll be
saying. Like,
honest.
I had a D&D monk that attacked like that. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, because it was ever on. Everything I had
Yeah,
was for
that
doing one huge attack because it was a monk,
Mhm.
psionicist, so he had all this stuff that could stack,
Oh yeah.
but only for like his first attack when he was charging.
Mm-hmm.
But that was my fun with him, was how much damage can I do with 1 punch?
Charge builds are great. Not gonna lie, they do a shit ton
Especially
of
with the Ibron feats where you were counting as larger and larger sizes as you were doing it.
Mm-hmm.
But we digress.
I had a cavalier that had those charge feats. He basically on a war horse. He was the equivalent of like as if he was an ancient Wyrm dragon charging somebody. It was great.
All right, so that was Sasha's go, and that was
We're back at
the
the
last
top
of the
of the
round,
order.
right? Was that the last of the
believe
round
so.
or the beginning of the round?
That was last of the round. We're back at top of
All right,
order.
now we're at the top
Yep.
with an NPC that gets to go.
Question:
Mm-hmm.
Penelope was the one that rolled the 7. Did that get nixed
What do you mean that rolled the 7?
when we did initiative originally? Like the very first thing we did. Penelope rolled the 7. She went
Yeah,
first.
which initiative would be dropped? Would it be the lowest or the highest?
I don't think it says.
Flip a coin?
I up till now I've just been dropping the lowest.
That's what you've been doing, and then that's what you've been
Yeah.
doing.
yeah.
It works. It works.
I mean, fair enough.
I mean, if one of y'all got knocked out, you'd be doing the same thing. So,
All right, that's fair.
Chad will go first.
Pull out assault rifles. The bees.
And he kills a bee with every shot.
It's
He can make 1 shot around. Well, actually, I have to look at the gun. to see
supernatural
exactly what it
bees.
Supernatural bees. They're ghost bees.
is. Though his rifle does have the piercing and brutal tags. Unfortunately, the bees are under her shield of protection, so
Mhm.
his rifle is proven to be less than effective.
That's fair.
Though to be fair, when I built him, I was debating having him set up a sniper nest to take y'all out by surprise at some point.
I do have. I have actually a question relating to Penelope going down. Does that mean that
The blind.
the darkness is gone?
Yeah, because that was something she cast. It does drop off when they're disabled.
Okay, then yes, it would be gone. Though I don't know
I
that
can
y'all have
see
actually
you.
been remembering to take them off or not.
I have been.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, the other band of Scions hasn't either.
You know, that is
Yeah.
fair.
So we equaled it out.
Mm-hmm.
It's not right, but at least it's fair.
But that they still have their blindness now.
That's true.
All right.
I will be right back.
I
All right, let me look up how does that work. All right, so the bees. Oh crap, she's gone. Oh wait, but she dropped it over here, didn't she?
She did, yes.
Yeah. Okay. It's gonna be applied to all physical actions.
Its presence in a cult to oppose the disengage.
All
But it's
right.
a complication of 3 plus 3.
Yep, yep, yep.
Yes.
He could use the blight again, but that costs a legend.
He is
Mhm.
already burned too.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. Ooh, I should have had him back in knives because the unerring flight would have worked with those. Oh well. Yeah. I said he was going to go, but I don't think he's going to go. Because all he's going to try to do is disengage the bees. Let's go with Dixie.
I'll say
Since whatever
if
he,
he wants
if
to-
I was going to have
if he wants
Chad go, Sarah would have to be making rolls.
I mean, if he's sitting there going, not the bees, and he wants to disengage.
Dixie
that's
gonna
7.
take a swing at good old Robert. Good old reliable Robert. How she hates him.
I was fixing to say.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Charlie Brown reference if nobody picked it up.
I picked up on it.
Oh, no,
Okay.
I did
just-
too.
Okay,
I
I
don't
was
give
not
you
sure.
those.
Some of you are youngins, so I just wasn't sure. All
Charlie
right.
Brown still comes on. Never mind. You know what? I'm not getting into this on stream.
Yeah. But that was like from the very first strip, so not everybody would catch it.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I like that there's like earthquakes and waves hitting people, and like in the middle of all of that, there's just this fight between Robert and Dixie.
Yeah, but like her hair is on fire,
It's a really cool cinematic moment. That's all I'm saying.
and she is going to imbue a legend to tap her legendary title. Bloody axe, flaming death.
Bloody what? Flaming Death?
Bloody axe.
Bloody
flaming
axe.
death.
Impressive.
It gives her a.
It's a feat of scale now.
Yeah, it gives her an enhancement.
Yep.
Or actually, you may be right. It may have been a feat of scale she could do for free. Now that I think about it. Come to think of it, I've got her sheet printed out. Why don't I just look at it? Because that was her ability, not her tile. Never mind.
Hmm.
Boy, those words appear a lot in this thing. Alright. And it appears on a lot of different pages. Oh, you're right. It is a feat of. It is a. She adds her legend rating divided by 2, round up. So for her to be 2
Mm-hmm.
of scale. Alright, so if she's got 2 scale up, what does that mean?
+4 enhancement.
Okay. So not extra dice, it's an enhancement. Alright, so...
It's basically the same thing I did when I alpha striked Penelope from the sky.
That's why I figured you would know off the top of your head.
Yeah.
Alright, so she rolled... One of those is a 10. Alright, didn't get it up. Alright, so she rolled 4 successes. Plus an enhancement for using her axe as an axe, so that makes it 5 successes. Plus the feat of scale from imbuing her legendary title. That's 4.
So is that 9?
She's at 9. Let's see, she is Master of Weapons.
That just adds tags.
Okay, that's probably where the aggravated and brutal tags come in then.
Mm-hmm. It's the same thing I have on my staff.
Alright, so she's got 9 successes. Give me a defense roll there, Duba.
Alrighty.
Would you
Nine
like to,
minus
would you
1.
like to burn any momentum?
Because we do have 7.
Y'all have
We
7.
have 8. We have 8.
8.
What?
Okay.
Oh, 8.
I rolled a
And
0 on a defense roll for one of my clones.
Okay, and how much do I have to try and beat?
9.
Well, she's got 9, but if you can knock them down, you can avoid crits maybe.
She has 9 minus 1 because she's blind.
Yeah.
Oh
Or
yeah,
blind
so
is-
that becomes 8.
Yes.
So
Blind is-
So if you want to use some momentum,
Go for it, dude.
I'll burn 3, which will give us 5.
Yes. Well, it'll put us at 5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
all right, so y'all are burning 3.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll my stamina first.
and then roll 3 more.
Okay, roll 3 more 10s. Wait, I forget. Gonna do this.
An extra success.
So that's 3 successes.
You're
I mean, 3 defense, actually.
Wait, so the 7 doesn't count?
No,
No,
it's
8
8 and higher.
Yeah, once y'all hit demigod, it drop. Then 7 start to count.
Yeah.
All right,
we ain't there yet.
so that leaves her with 5 to play with.
Yep. Of course, she's gonna get a damage on me, so let me go ahead.
So
and-
yeah, the damage for free. Oh no,
Oh.
no, she has to pay for the damage because of Shauna's.
Yep.
So she's got 5 to play with. 1 to damage you,
Okay.
and then she'll spend
Two.
that 4 on a crit.
It's 2 to damage.
2
Oh, is
damage.
it?
Soft armor 2.
Mhm.
Okay. So that leaves her 3 to
So-
play with. And she does not. I don't think she's got the thing that reduces the cost of.
She does. She has brutal on the axe.
Oh, that's right. That's brutal. So she'll spend those 3 to crit. So you take the auto damage and you take the crit. So you take 2 damage from that attack total.
Hooray! You watch as my coat gets super tattered because it absorbed all of it.
Oh, that's right. Because
Nice.
you bulked yours up.
Yep.
For 2 heavy armor slots.
Man, that was big brain as fuck.
Yeah.
You're like, I know this bitch is coming for me.
I was like, "Yep, she's coming for me." Put extra Kevlar on the coat.
Connor's the DPS. I'll be the tank.
Mhm.
And runs out in front like a tank ought to. All right. She knows that was a good swing, and she sees you still standing there. You see one of her eyebrows kind of raise. I didn't expect this much fight out of a Smith's son. There's almost a shred of respect in her voice.
I have to prove I'm not just a marksman, so I have to show that I can use a hammer besides just a craft.
Alright, so that was her on a 7, so a player gets to go on a 5. Who wants to go? Robert?
Retaliation!
Retaliation. You can use
Good.
more momentum if you want, dude.
You're I can just see it now. You're putting up more fight than I expected. Whang! Thanks!
You know what? I will take Nick's advice.
I will say, keep in mind, we do have to fight Scylla, too.
Sure.
That won't be this week.
At
though.
some point.
At some point.
At
There's
some
no
point
telling
in the
how
next
much
2 sessions, because we've only got 2
Yeah.
sessions left.
There's no telling how much
Well-
momentum we'll generate by then. Keep
Well,
that in
I
mind.
won't be there for the start of the fight because I close next Tuesday.
Yeah, inventory.
We do have a buffer week if it needs to go beyond 2 sessions, though.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, so
Yeah, we're planning to wrap up the
All right.
7th, but we can wrap up on the 14th if we need to.
yeah.
Alright, so if anything else, gonna at least burn 1 momentum, so now we're down to 4.
Mhm.
And
Alright.
So congratulations, kids. After everything else, we've at least burnt half.
All right, so you're running
Yeah.
one. You're just burning the one for the attack.
Yes.
Okay.
So roll
And
my
yes, y'all have
initial.
half point.
So 2 successes plus 1, which will give me 3, and I'll roll a d10, see what happens.
All right, that's for the momentum
RNG.
dice. That's 4 successes. And she did not get a success at all.
Oh God.
Well, her defense rolls only like 4 dice, so it's not.
Yeah.
It's not freakish that she didn't get any, but it doesn't help.
So she has nothing in the way of defense.
She has
1.
her natural 1 armor.
So you have 3 to play with.
3 to play with, and unfortunately, this hammer doesn't have brutal.
Mhm.
Darn.
Still knock her on her ass.
I mean, I said that. I mean, you could technically, but you went with aggravated.
Yep. Oh,
He's a
wait.
lover, not a murderer.
Oh,
What you got?
ooh. I had 3
Yes.
successes. Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Thunder.
What does Sunder do?
Oh hell yeah.
Are you
Three-
gonna shatter the axe?
3
Yep.
successes. You use your weapon to damage your opponent's gear, armor, or otherwise, making it useless for the rest of the scene.
Yes, there you
Yeah,
go.
her axe.
This
I
is
say
nice.
He keeps proclaiming that axe is her go-to. All right, then, let the smith shatter it.
Okay.
Oh. Goddamn
Forge
thematic.
gives, the forge takes away.
Well, it's thematic because his father was the one that made
Yeah,
it too.
my father gave it to yours. I take it from you.
My father giveth, I taketh away.
All right. So
Basically.
you can do the damage. You can do a damage for free. So she is gonna take. She is still gonna take another lick. Which
Her
she's
weapon,
still on a bruise track, but she's kind of tanky herself.
So is her weapon.
All right. Well, let's see. Your weapon is damage. You damage your opponent's gear, making it useless for the rest of the scene.
Yep.
So it doesn't shatter into a million pieces. It's not. It's
No,
it's
no, no,
damaged,
it
but not in a
doesn't
way that
flat
can't be
out
relatively
destroy it.
easily repaired.
Yeah, it doesn't flat out destroy it. It just basically say like she tries to block it, but she screws up and she uses the blade instead of the side to block.
Mhm.
And I basically come down on the blade and make it to where it won't hurt. Granted, it could still hurt because pull an object, but still.
Well,
Well, it makes it useless for the rest of the scene. It
which
can't be
means you
used
can't
as an
use
axe.
the weapon, period, anymore.
How I'm going to describe it
Mhm.
is you kind of do a swing up. She goes to block, and you catch the axe head like right up under there, and basically just kind of boop it right off the top of the shaft
Yep.
or the handle. or
A
whatever you call it.
gentle boop.
And I want you to know.
So the wood's a little damaged, and so the axe blade is really just fine, but it's just laying over there without a handle now. She's just holding a stick.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to know, in character, he is grinning ear to ear.
I'm not surprised.
She had that
Well,
little
he
bit of
does
respect,
that.
and then it's just
It's hilarious. I love that.
Like, I remember.
Poetic justice.
Well, it's funny because I remember seeing that a few fights ago, and I was like, "Oh, I would love to use that," because I think at a point I had a 3, and I was like, "Oh crap, that's only melee. That's not range. Shit."
Now you have melee.
But now you in melee.
Now, that's why that's why I have a shitty grin. I was like, "Yes, I remembered. I needed 3 specifically."
alright. So let's see. She went on a 7, he went on a 5. Now it's an NPC on a 5. Alright. Sasha's back now, so Chad is going to try to disengage from the bees.
Good luck.
Yep, you still have to roll.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Presence versus occult.
I'm sure he's great at those.
All right.
Well, he has to roll whatever you use for disengage. It just goes against my presence versus
Yeah,
occult.
that's what she rolled to oppose him. What does he roll for disengage? I bet you that's on the screen. Let me not dig through the book.
No, disengage is in the origin book.
Yeah, you don't have that.
Let's see, momentum, rolling dice, complications, range, table enhancement, marbles, fate binding, tension pool, consolations. Oh, I don't know what that is. Weapon tags, scale, stunts. No, it doesn't have actual. It doesn't have the actual like combat actions.
It is contested athletics, might, or dexterity.
Yes, that's it.
I pulled it up because I'm very good at Google Foo.
Yes.
All right. So athletics
be
and
five.
dexterity or might. How in the world did I not give this boy any athletics?
He's big and strong, but he's not.
Did you put all of
Useful
his
strong.
points into stamina?
Well, his stamina is maxed out because fertility.
He's a
But-
bodybuilder. He's not strong boy.
But athletic skills, not attributes.
Yeah, I was making a joke.
All right,
I got
so he
it.
just gets to roll his
Thank you,
might.
Sarah. Well, Jason got it too, so yay!
Right. So you got 4 successes.
5.
Versus, 5 successes. Versus his 1.
Ooh,
Yeah, that's
Yep.
That's
Does
not
he
good.
Does he take
It also
another
adds-
damage?
Well, it's also a rank 3 complication, so anything he does is a rank 3 complication.
Oh, okay.
I don't think
-2.
I don't think he takes any damage when he tries to disengage. It just is on my turn.
All right, he just can't. He just
can't
doesn't.
get-
He
can't
just does
juke
not get away, and that burned his action trying.
Isn't there something for failing to buy it off?
Not in what she posted.
no,
All right.
it's like Witch Bolt.
All right, that is him on a 5, and then one of them gets to go on a 4. And I think we're gonna go with the Skelly Boys.
All right.
All right, so they currently have a 3 complication on them.
Yes, they do.
This does not prevent them from marching right up to you and taking swings.
Sure.
They're just, they've got a 3 complication on the swing.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Are they coming at Telarius?
Let's see. When they get up on y'all,
Me and Sasha were kind of pushed off to the side a little bit from Telarius.
yeah.
I just don't know
They would
which
have to split
direction.
to attack all of us.
Was it more
Correct.
towards Dixie Robert or more towards Chad Penelope side?
Y'all got pushed towards the Chad Penelope side.
Okay.
Well, the ones of you that got pushed, I forget exactly. Which was what? Sasha, Jaden,
And the poppers.
Dogs.
and Spruce. Smoochums too, but Smoochums has already hopped up and run off to do something. So, in fact, let me put him over here. All right. So yeah, the Phalanx breaks into 2 of them. Go after Jaden. Mark them with a J.
Exactly
2 of them
what I
will go
wanted.
after Sasha, and 2 of them will go after Telarius.
This is just as planned, y'all.
We'll go with. I'm going to roll the Jaden ones first.
Okay.
Mhm.
The first one. 1, 2, 3. One of those was a 10. All right, so he got 4.
My
Minus
defense
3.
is it 2?
Plus is the using a sword as a sword. No, these guys. That's right. These guys are not statted up that way.
Nope.
So yeah, he's just got the 4. He's got a 3 complication,
Minus
so he's
3.
got 1 success.
And I got 2 defense.
So you got a success, so he does not hit you. Second one makes the same roll. 1, 2. He got a 2.
Mm-hmm.
There's a 3 complication, so
Nothing.
Yeah.
Doesn't hit.
now we're going to do the 2 on Sasha. He got 1 success. And
Good for him.
the second one on Sasha. 1, 2, 3. 3 successes, so he buys off the complication and has nothing left in the tank for you. Then Talarius. Oh, come on. Can't some of those 6s actually be 9s? Alright, he got 1 success in the first roll, so that didn't do nothing for him. And the second one. The second one got exactly 3, so he can buy off the complications, but can't actually hit you with anything. And now they have, of course, left themselves in something of a bad spot. Alright. At a number 3 slot, the players get to go.
I guess Jaden will go. Let's see. We're going to shoot the phalanx.
No longer a phalanx.
True. We shall shoot the Skelly boys.
Alright.
2, 3, 4 successes. 5, 4.
Alright. I assume you're shooting one of the ones that's on you.
Yeah.
Okay, just to make sure I'm marking the right ones. Alright. So, let's see, defense is a 3. He's got 1 buddy, so it's a 4. You rolled 4.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, ties are going to the player, so you can take a free, you can put the free damage on him, basically.
Yes.
So he takes some damage.
And then
You put an arrow through an eye socket, it pokes out the back of his skull. It basically weakens the overall integrity of the skull.
Mm-hmm. And then I'm going to tell Spruce to attack as well.
Alright. Is he going for the same one you just injured?
He's going for the other one.
Okay.
I didn't lose my book. Because I've been keeping track of my points on a different book because I cannot ever find my session book. What's the for damage? How many do they have?
I have Smoochum's at 5 dots, so it's going to be different than yours.
Yeah. Look at your
Spruce is 5 dots.
look at your pools. What skills does Spruce have under his pools?
We have them pinned at one point.
Yeah, we had it pinned. I don't have it under the birthrights thing. I should actually put it in my notes. I think. Listen.
Maybe I don't see it in there. Could have sworn we had them posted somewhere.
We have it posted, but none of us have pinning powers for the Tuesday channel.
Ah.
Yeah. I mean, there's the old Kerberos Hound from the book, but that's a 3-star monster.
Well, that's what he is.
I made him
at 5 dots.
Yeah, I put him at 5 dots.
Okay, did you add anything to him?
So.
Or did you just go base 5 dot?
Base 5 dots.
So
Yeah, because there is an example 5 dot critter.
Yeah, I'm trying to find. Yeah. Creature. Give me a few minutes, and I'll have that figured out for you.
All right. We're going to let Eric track that down and move on. As soon as he finds it, we'll jump back and resolve the roll.
Already found the stat page.
Oh.
What
You
page
said a
is
few
it?
minutes, so I took you at your word.
Well, yeah, but it took me a lot less time than I thought. Let's see, Kerberos Hounds. If you added absolutely nothing to it, then it would be 15 dice for biting.
Awesome.
For a 5 daughter, yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, if you added absolutely no additional flares whatsoever.
No.
Yeah,
I
because
didn't.
the players subtract dice.
Yeah, I haven't added anything.
Like Smootram's Savagery gives that enhancement bonus. But it
The
retracts dice.
15 dice.
I believe so. 1, 2. Yeah, 15.
1, 2, 3.
All right, so that's 3 successes, but 2 of them were
Hold
10s, so reroll the 10s.
4.
But that one's also a 10, so reroll it.
4 successes.
All right, 4 successes. That gets past his defense.
That'd be 5 total with the
Yeah,
natural
because
weapon.
natural weapon.
So that does the damage, and you've got 1 left over to play with.
You say, does Smootram still have group tactics?
Yes.
Yeah, yes. I think that's also one of theirs, isn't it?
Yeah, group tactics is just a base quality from what we used as the base for both of them.
Yeah, I
I
didn't.
found the stat block that you made for Spoochums. I quoted it.
Okay. Yeah, there's a bonus for group tactics for both of them. Ah, here we go.
I totally forgot about it.
Would
Oh,
that
if
not
they're
be, though?
They
Oh,
have
go
to be attacking the same target to get
Ah.
this.
All right, but you
Okay,
got 1
yeah.
as a success, so you could... Smoochums could shove him, Smoochums could knock him prone.
Spruce.
Bruce.
Bruce.
Whichever. That's what you get for both. Both name them S names.
But just so you all know, if they attack the same target, they get a +1 to their defense, a +1 to their health, and a +1 enhancement to all combat actions.
Is that both creatures or
Yes.
the creature and the owner?
It's the creatures.
Okay.
Well, I imagine it's the creature and whoever they're attacking with. Or does it have to be other creatures?
It's all
That doesn't say.
it's all creatures with the group tactics
Oh, okay, okay.
quality.
Yeah, group tactics, natural weapon, and stand tall.
Okay,
I don't even know
okay.
what stand tall does.
Stand tall is a +2 enhancement against being knocked prone.
Okay.
Oh, so yeah, so they wouldn't have been
Well,
knocked prone.
they're quadrupeds,
So
so,
then they
that
will-
would make it hard to...
Okay, yeah. Attempting to employ the knockdown stunt against the creature suffers a +2 complication.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Kind of
anyway,
figuring them out at the end of the game.
well, the trick
Well,
is when the Demigod book comes out,
It'll all change.
well, that I wouldn't mind coming back to this because I've kind of got a
Uh-huh.
3-part something.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Kind of
Honestly,
a rough skeleton of it at least. I haven't fleshed it out.
Yeah. I do love this series.
Setting.
The setting's really good.
Setting, it's great.
Yeah, I've had. Well, like I said, I think in one of the chats, I've had a lot of fun running this, but kind of in spite of the system.
Yeah, yeah.
And some of it is I've never been good at sitting down and studying something. And this is a system you've really got to study.
Yeah, it's more the setting gives it more fun than the rules.
That's what you have
Homebrewing
me
your
for, I
shit.
guess.
It's one of these
what
where
you
I look
have
at it and
Eric
go, can we
for.
convert this to another system?
I mean, we probably could if we sat down and did it, but
Honestly, we probably could.
D6 would probably work for it.
Let's make it masks.
I'm not a big fan of PPTA.
Ooh.
Well, I
this.
say that. I burned down a Monster of the Week real quick. That's the only one I've played, so that's really unfair.
Okay.
Mass did
And-
look like it would be fun.
She's gonna knock. I mean, the Smooch is gonna knock. Not Smooch. Speaking of S's, Spruce is gonna knock the skeleton down prone.
All right, so he is prone, which means they are no longer considered to be like in a phalanx. Because, you got to be standing up shield to shield to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So you've effectively lowered both of their defenses.
Yep.
So yeah.
All
just
right,
keep in
so-
mind, if both of them attack the same target on the same turn, +1 to health, defense, and enhancement to combat.
All right, so that was you on a 3.
Yep.
All right, another player goes on a 2.
That's hilarious.
They're gonna make Connor wait till last his turn.
And have I gone?
No.
No, you haven't.
Yeah, there's 2 players at the end.
Cool.
There's this 2, then I get 1 at a 2, and then y'all have
We have
2,
a
not
1 and a
1.
0.
Y'all have a 1 and a
So-
1.
I wanted to wail on Kim before Kim could wail on me. That's whatever.
Hilarious is going to. I'm going to declare a multi-action.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to try to hit at both of these Skelly boys directly in front of me.
Okay. Physically attacking them or shooting them with your flashlight?
Shooting them with my flashlight.
Okay.
I'm going to burn a point of momentum.
Okay. And it's the
Called my shot.
all right, so it's the same action, so you don't have to there's no weird anything about the skill roll. You just make the roll and then divide up the successes between them.
So that is 7 successes. Okay. I didn't get as many as I thought I would, because that's why I burned the momentum. If I burned the momentum and got the right amount of successes, I could have hit both of them.
Mm-hmm.
But, as is, I'm going to put 2 into one of them, which misses, fine. And then I'll put the others into the other hit, which does hit. And then I want to push it back. Or, no, I can't knock it prone.
All right, so you're going to knock it down?
Yeah, knock it down.
All right. Now, one of these was already damaged from earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Shauna's fire had managed to...
Okay. I would like to hit the one that was already... I could tell which one's already toasted.
Yes, you could tell which one was the worst toasted.
Yes, that's the one I would like to hit.
All right, so you did 1 more damage to him, so he's got 2 on him.
Mm-hmm.
And you have knocked him prone.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, mark down Spruce's is prone, too, so I don't forget. All right. Not a bad round, not a bad round.
And they're lower on the totem pole now.
And it is... is there any movement you want to take or something?
Hold on. I forgot. I have a specialty on my firearms for this particular flashlight, so that would have given me 8 successes.
Okay, so you could split them. So you could split them 4 and 4.
Yeah.
Which would have been enough to hit. So okay. Oh, but
can I do 5 and 3 where I knock one prone, and would that let me hit the other one?
No, the attacks would be considered. Well, let's see. The attacks would be considered to go. But you're using the same weapon, so it would literally have to be one and then the other.
The
Sure,
are...
they're not main characters. Sure.
But,
Okay.
So you damaged one, you damaged the already damaged one, knocked it down, and then damaged his buddy.
Yeah.
All right.
It's just a beam of light just hits both of them, and one of them falls over.
And then it is Kim's turn.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, he's not happy about what's happened to Penelope, but he'd have to disengage to get away from you.
Yep.
So I think he's just going to continue fighting you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the best way to get, past you is to go through you.
Fair enough.
5. Alright, his title is still going, but that does not help him with attacks. Okay, I think I got the right dice pool. Oh, son, you're embarrassing me. $10 dice and not a single solitary success.
He's
Oof.
really torn up about Penelope.
Yeah,
Apparently.
he really is. He really needs that short-term deed where he deals with his feelings.
Yeah.
Well, he can do it over her
with
corpse.
therapy.
Do it over her corpse. Good lord.
Oh my
So
God.
I have a defense of 4.
Yeah, man, like I said, he got no successes. So,
Were any of them 1s?
yes, one of them was.
You botched.
So that's a botch.
Oh, goody! I guess I've got attention to play with.
It also
Would I-
becomes worse for him.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, what does a botch? Does a botch do something specific?
Well, it grants 3 of the pool for one thing if it's a specialty,
Yeah, close combat. Yeah.
but it also does something really bad to him too for botching, like complications level of bad.
He overextends on the punch
Mm-hmm.
because his attention's distracted. He's trying to take you out quick.
Yeah.
So yeah, he overextends. So on his next defense roll, he's got a complication. He's got a 1 complication.
Works for me.
Then it is a player's turn. Sasha,
So
would you like to
you're
go?
Who wants to go first?
I'll flip a coin. That's what me or you.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay. Question, Sarah, how much legend do you have free right now?
She only has 1 imbued.
May I borrow 1?
Yeah, go for it.
All right,
Okay,
that's something
I'll-
y'all can do through y'all's bond.
Yep.
Yes. I will imbue 1 of Sasha's legends as Connor lights up in fire and basically looks like a bestial flaming monkey.
You're doing your own
As he will also activate Visage Great and Terrible.
Fair.
And
Which is, and I've been forgetting to put that complication on y'all because any of y'all that aren't running have got that.
yeah. And I will
Too many fiddly bits.
I will imbue my 4th legend with a blessing to attack Kim. Okay, that is 9 successes in total.
All right. So he is making his defense roll.
Mhm.
So that's 5 dice for his stamina. His Master Invincible Body Style gives him a +1. Oh wait, no, I gave him a +1 enhancement last time, but it's supposed to be a feat of scale. So he should have had 2. So he's got a 2 enhancement, a -1 complication though.
Me realizing using these titles is something we as players have never done.
I have. What do you mean?
Oh, well then that gives me a good idea for next turn.
Yeah.
Okay, so I rolled 5 dice.
Uh-huh.
A 4, a 3,
Uh-huh.
a 2, and a 1.
So he has
He's
0
really tore up.
He has 0 defense right now then. Because of
Doesn't
that
he have-
-1 complication.
Oof.
Yep. On the plus side, that's 3 more tension I can play with.
Still is going to be fun, guys.
So that will be 4 damage.
God dang. All right, let's see.
Yeah.
I'm just here for that.
That adds up.
Dang.
Okay, he's going to burn another legend for Unbreakable, so he negates the inflict damage.
He also has to burn tension to do that now.
Because he's already used it once.
Yeah. You have to burn tension to use it a second time in the same scene.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. I do remember reading that back when I built him after guidance. So burned one of his tension.
Okay.
So that's still.
So that's just the inflict damage. He still takes 2 from critting, right? Or 3 rather.
All right, let's
Well,
see these.
The crit does an additional inflict damage, but yeah.
So basically, he buys off one of the 4.
Oh, yeah, I
damage.
buy off 1 of the 4 damage.
Yeah.
Now, did you spend the... Because with the well-tempered and the skin-like stone, I think he had 1 soft armor. Or was it 2 soft armor? He's got a total of like 4 soft armor.
Oh, no, it'd be 2 soft armor. So, no, it'd be 3 damage, buys off 1, so he'd take 2 damage.
Okay. He's not doing great with his attacks, but his defense is working like I wanted it to.
Well, we'll see.
Well, no, I mean, he's taking more licks than I think anybody else is taking from you.
Well, yeah, but I will use the additional...
And it's the classic Pai Mei invincible body style.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Until they find his weak point and then kill him with 1 lick.
So that gives me 2 successes to play with still.
Oh, crap. There's an ability I forgot to give him. That I was thinking about like up before we actually statted him up. It's another thing from the Pai Mei could do in the movies where somebody would go to like punch him or kick him, in the crotch. And then they couldn't pull their arm or flip back. It's like something
like
down
a
there
gelatin
caught.
suit.
It's like something in there caught it, and they did get this horrified look on their face, look at Pai Mei, and then you just see Pai Mei smile at him, and then he'd twist his hips and send him flying. The Shaw Brother movies or something else.
Yeah. So that would leave me with how many successes now?
2 left over, right?
2, I think? Okay.
So you could knock him down again, you could knock him,
well, no,
one direction or the other.
The knockdown is free because pistons for fists.
Oh, that's right. You're still using that. Fair enough.
So he goes down hard from that, like bounces off the pavement. He doesn't have anything I could disarm, unless I take off his arm.
I don't think that goes into literal disarming.
No.
Nope. He specializes in unarmed.
You could feint.
You know what? Yeah, I'll do that. I will spend 2 to feint again as I knock him down.
I just heard that. I spent 2 to feint.
Yeah. Both clones on either end are going to zip over using their movement to get to the battleground, basically, where Kim and Connor are fighting.
Are they using Heavenly Stride?
Well, one clone was over there with Sasha, so he's using his movement.
Natural movement.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but one of them was at the end of the bridge and had been headed this way. But
well, it's been 2 rounds that he's been moving at full speed over here.
Fair.
So that's where he is. So they're both there, and they're both going to swing at him. Yeah, they're both going to do it. So
just a good old-fashioned curb stomping.
Basically.
That is.
So that is a 7... No, a 6 and a 5.
Alright. So he's rolling 5 dice. He's got a complication for being prone.
Yep.
And then we'll just say that complication for the first botch continues with the second botch. So he's got a 2 complication on his defense roll.
Yep.
Alright, rolling for the first one. 2 successes that were both 10s.
Mm-hmm.
A 3rd success that was a 10. A 4th success that was a 10.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Hey, he's finally getting over himself.
Finally.
Mm.
Alright, so he got 4 successes on that one.
Okay.
Minus the complication for being prone, minus the complication for the botch.
Okay.
So that's 2 successes. His defense is effectively a 3.
Right.
For the first of those attacks.
So he can't do damage because it cost him 4 to do.
Okay.
So what that first one's going to do is he's going to establish a grapple with 3 successes. The second one does 5 successes.
All right, let me roll for that one. All right, there it is. All right, he got 3 successes. minus 2 complications, so his defense is effectively a 2 versus this one.
And this other clone will also dogpile him and assist with establishing this grapple. For a
Alright, so
total of
basically,
6.
like, one's got one arm, the other one's got the other arm, and it's kind of holding between them.
So effectively complications 6 that he has to buy off to get out of the grapple.
Alright. And then I believe it is Sasha's turn.
So we're allowed to invoke our title. Invoking our title is like the legendary title that we've given ourselves, correct?
Correct. It is a reflexive action, so
Okay.
it doesn't cost you anything. As far as your action, you have to spend a legend, I believe, or imbue a legend. I think it's imbue.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sasha's legendary title is the shade that walks between the boundaries of the world.
Okay. Little wordy, but I'll allow it.
Pretty cool.
Net cheer.
Yeah.
That
They
tracks.
didn't use words; they use little pictures.
Yeah, but pictures are worth 1,000 words.
Oh, fair point. Fair point.
Damn.
That was a quick comeback. Thank you. I applaud.
That was. I surprised myself. I'll give myself just my own momentum.
Does she get momentum for that?
No.
Yes, Sarah gets momentum, not Sasha.
Fantastic. I'll use these at the end of the game to buy myself like a plastic ring or something from the prize booth.
Get another plant.
Yeah. Okay. She is. You just see her disappear, and she reappears behind Kim. The shade
Okay.
that walks between the boundaries. The skeletons were a boundary.
That is
Creative.
that is acceptable.
And she gonna swing.
So this man
So
prone.
you just step up behind him and then just. Well, he was prone, but your clones have basically got him picked up and kind of pinned.
No, they're on the ground with him.
Oh, okay, so it's just a good curve.
The dog pile.
They are so he's still prone with a +8 complication to get out, I think.
Oh, Sasha. 2
Still
successes.
hit.
Alright,
And
so he's
also
wiggling around
apply-
trying to avoid you. He got 2 successes minus. He's got 2 complications on him, so that comes out to, just his baseline.
So she still do damage.
Well, he's got a bunch of soft armor. Does she have anything to get past that?
I'm double checking what Fang of a Pep does.
Okay. Because he has effectively 4 soft armor.
Does piercing go through soft armor?
Yes.
It has the piercing tag.
Piercing bypasses 2 soft armor.
Okay.
Alright, so that gets rid of 2 of them, so he's got 2.
Yeah. I would have to go.
You would have had to get more successes.
I would have had to get more successes, yeah. Well, hell. So it hit. Does it hit? But doesn't do. It doesn't hit at all. Does it connect at all?
The soft armor is extra that you have to spend to inflict damage.
Still
So
do
you
other
made contact, you just didn't actually
Okay.
hurt him.
Then the contact at least gives him, the next.
That's right.
When an attack connects, the weapon inflicts a poison that results in all damage until the end of the wielder's next turn to be aggravated against the poison target.
Okay. So any damage it does manage to get through is going to be hard for him to heal up.
Yeah. And speaking of that, puppy.
Oh, the puppies.
Alright.
How
So-
could Smoochums make it from where Penelope was to where Kim is? Because it was the flare,
Yeah, they're
Skelly
yeah.
boys. Yeah.
That would be about as far as he could trot and still attack, but he could definitely do it.
Oh Lord, he coming.
Oh wait, Mom's focused on somebody else. Boom, 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 boom.
1, 2, 3, 4.
5, 6, +2 enhancement.
Yep.
See, I see 2 9s and 2 8s.
Yeah.
And then like you
And
said,
then-
enhancement, so yeah.
Yep.
Alright, so that was a total of how much you said?
6.
Alright.
No, 7. Weapons being used as weapon. Natural weapon.
That's true.
That right, melee.
Alright, so we got 1 success, but he's got a complication on the roll, so. So you basically have all your successes to play with.
So 7 successes. We're gonna do a crit. We're gonna inflict damage. That's 4 successes.
All right, so he's got the 4 soft armor.
Oh, so I have to buy through that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't have a piercing. Well, natural weapon teeth. That doesn't have it.
Is not piercing?
Yeah,
it's
you
a
have that.
specific tag
You have to
they
have
gotta
that
have.
tag. So then she has, or Smoochums has 3 to play with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So he did damage, and then has 1 to play with.
Yeah. Who did you faint towards?
Kim.
Wait.
No.
Feint is an enhancement on an ally's next attack against the opponent. You're attacking.
I didn't say that, did I?
No, you did not. You just said you fainted. Would you like to give those successes
You
to
must
Smoochum?
designate the ally gaining
Okay.
the enhancement bonus when you make this attack.
I've never used feint before until today. May I designate Smoochums for that retroactively?
I'll allow it because he was close enough to have potentially got. You wouldn't have expected Sasha to teleport, but
Okay.
Smoochums is close enough. You might have thought he would get involved.
Okay.
Puppy, here, puppy.
So that'll give you 1 more.
Yes.
Okay.
Was it 1 or 2? Because he had 2.
Well, he's done 1 damage. If that gives you
Oh.
enough to crit, then
Yeah. Then Smoochums will crit.
yeah, he'll do the extra damage. So yeah, it took a lot of pounding, but Kim is finally looking like somebody that's well, at this point, we've been run through a chipper shredder,
but question. Before the round ends, because I forgot on mine, can Connor direct Shauna to attack Dixie?
all right.
Let's say before this round ends. I want to.
Specifically Dixie.
Yeah. I mean,
Technically
we should have done it on your round, but all of us forgot. Go for it.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, she circled back around. She comes
That's
back.
are complicated, man.
They are.
Scully down. Oh, that hurts.
wait,
The Skelly boys are all like mixed in with her friends, and well, Dad and the other 2 have pretty well got that one guy handled. And the guy dancing around with the bees just does not look like a threat. So yeah, it makes sense she'd go after Dixie.
Okay. Compounded. Okay.
And
Hey.
roll the 10s.
I figured out the thing. Okay.
How'd you do that?
It's the greater than sign.
Oh.
They're in a bracket.
So 3, 5, 8. If she's following my command.
Now, what did you roll the extra 2d10 for?
Because the
2 10s.
Yeah, the 2 10s.
Does it
didn't
not
reroll.
automatically re-roll them if it's treating them like regular
No.
dice?
no the verbiage just tells the greater than side just tells what are over 7.
Yeah. That's
Oh, I
doesn't
see now. I
automatically-
see now. I thought it was something that made it treat it like the regular sheet roll. Dice
No.
rolled off the
No.
sheet. Okay, I see. It's
Yeah,
an
that's why
improvement, but it's not perfect.
Yeah,
I just wanted to say how many successes there were.
without
So we
having to
didn't have-
count.
Yeah.
All right, so that was 3, and then you rolled the extra die, re-rolled the 10s, which gave you 2 more. So that's 5 plus.
Plus
Does she have any
the-
enhancements?
Yeah, melee weapon.
Oh,
So
she's not
it's,
breathing fire this time. She's coming
yeah,
down on it.
Yeah. Because everyone's spread out and everyone's engaged with somebody else. If she breathes fire, if she hits anybody, she's damaging an ally.
Makes sense.
So she's coming down to bite Dixie.
All right. Dixie has got 5 stamina roll.
So I've got a 8 to hit.
All right, so that's 8. Oh wait, the visage great and terrible.
Okay, 6.
All right. And
Question.
no successes, and a 1.
Okay.
So much tension.
Yes.
Alright.
Still is going to be fun.
Alright, so she's got all of her successes to play with.
So damage crit.
Okay.
Which leaves
She
her
is
with
going
2.
to spend a legend and one of those tensions. Because
Okay.
I think she soaked one of Robert's blows earlier, didn't she?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Alright, so for that, that's her unbreakable, but she still takes the one more damage.
Mm-hmm.
She's almost out of bruise.
And combat stun. Okay. I was clicking combat stuns, it wasn't showing up. It's like, oh, it's because it's behind my character sheet.
Done that.
Mhm.
Yeah. And she will use knockdown by basically she's just gonna step on Dixie.
Well, it's all that force, it's just her mass hitting her.
Yeah, that's true.
Alright, so you knock her prone.
Okay, now point of note, I'm not sure how it'll work in this case with her versus Dixie. One of the traits of Unstoppable means if there's any kind of feat of strength happening, Shauna automatically wins those contests.
What if the person she's contesting also has unstoppable or whatever?
At that point, I don't know.
I mean, Dixie
Point, it goes
doesn't.
back to being normal.
It's just one of those things that go, well, this just automatically works. Well, what if the other person's got that too?
Yeah, it's just one of those like.
Roll off.
I guess, yeah.
Rollsies.
There you go. Let me scroll up to find it again. No, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. That's not a flare. That's right. It's a. Come on. There we go. Automatically succeeds on any feat of strength rolls appropriate to her tier. Additionally, any allied characters receive the benefit of the antagonist's armor, but not her defense.
Alright. So if she tried that on somebody else that also had unstoppable,
I guess it'd be a roll-off.
more than likely, I would just say they neutralized each other, and yeah, it'd just be a contested roll at that point.
Okay.
I mean, it's
So,
not
yeah.
relevant for this fight. I don't think any of these guys actually have that. So,
Yeah. Main reason why I was saying is because the nature of how I worded the pin is she stepped on Dixie.
I thought you said you knocked her prone.
Yeah, that's right, prone.
Knockdown trip.
Okay,
That is
knock
not
her
a
down.
pin. Now,
Yeah.
you could instead use that one success or whatever to establish a grapple.
Well, you know what? I still have one additional success from that, so grapple.
All right, your corresponding
Step
into a
on her.
grapple. Both of you can only make grappling physical actions until someone breaks free. The person who initiated the grapple is in control.
And within the grapple, I'm not sure how this would work with the whole unstoppable automatically winning feats of strength is appropriate to tier, but
With the grapple, though, you can also use your dex to get out of it, I believe. I think it's either might athletics or dex athletics. I have to look it up this year.
yeah. However it works, I just wanted to let you know that that's one of her.
Yeah, so she's got her pinned in her claw. You know, whether
Yeah.
she can keep her there or not, we'll find out.
Yeah.
All right, and that is.
Beat the tar out of her.
Was that the last action for this round?
That was
Yeah,
the
we're
last
back at the top of the round because
All right.
Sasha was last.
NPC. Kim will go.
one.
Good luck.
Oh, he knows exactly what he's about to do.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait, that's Dixie. He glances around, locks eyes with Sasha. We yield.
Wield or yield?
Yield.
Is there a roll off on this?
No, he's just giving up. We yield.
Oh.
Please, let me get medical attention for Penelope.
Yield.
Yield.
Oh, like he's asking, like he's okay. It's
He's
not like a
yielding.
command.
Yielding.
He's pulling a Jar Jar. I give up.
Can Sasha make just like an insight kind of roll on him?
Can I, since I'm right there?
Yeah, both of you can make insight rolls, on.
Okay.
It'd be like empathy. What?
Manipulation, probably.
And I will say I did purchase into empathy for something like insight or sussing someone out.
Okay.
Successes. Oh wait, that wasn't for you. That's for you. That's 4 for you.
Oh.
So we both have 4.
Belly down, please.
What is the group gut feel or the gut feeling on him?
No, you think he's sincere. I mean, that last round, y'all finally beat the tar out of him. Penelope's down. Connor in the fight, you can tell he's been distracted by that. He keeps kind of, you're not supposed to take your eyes off your opponent, but he kind of kept glancing over there.
Can you guarantee Dixie will call off too?
Well, her axe is broken.
She's pinned under a dragon.
He will do it if she refuses to follow, the order, such as it is. Yeah, he'll do everything in his power to physically remove her from the area. In simple honesty, I can't guarantee that her stubborn ass won't come back. But
I'll say this: if you can't remove her physically, I will end her here on the bridge so she doesn't come back.
Sounds fair to me.
Sasha will lower the sword and have Smoochum step back.
He kind of struggles to get up because, like I said, y'all, once y'all finally started getting through that, y'all beat him up pretty good. Can you call off the bees?
It's not her turn, but could she?
If we're out of initiative order,
if you're accepting the surrender, he will call off the skeletons.
Okay.
He has that power to do so.
Yeah, him or Penelope could get the skeletons ordered. She probably planted them, but then she probably told them to listen to him.
This ends any antagonism between us. We focus on a group goal, or you leave this city.
We will retire to Otherus.
And make no further aggression towards us.
Agreed.
Or attempt to stop us from saving the city from Scylla or her sister. Furthermore, you will no longer serve Gaia. You will remain neutral to the conflict unless your hand is absolutely forced and you have no other option.
I was essentially on loan from my master. Some deal they had made. I was here basically paying back a favor. I feel I've made a good faith effort. So, basically agreed. I have no particular loyalty to her.
Your loyalty is too, and she nods at Penelope.
To my band. Looks a little embarrassed.
Hilarious, looking at the bond between the two of them. Yeah, sure, the band. They're using.
I'm sure you like some of your bandmates more than others.
Mm-hmm.
Sasha will call off the bees, and they just kind of hover around her like a cloak.
You see Chad looking at all the bees, things, and then just right there in front of everybody, he just touches himself. Then he moves over to check on Penelope.
Making aggressive movements towards them.
Sasha will say louder, "They yield."
Hilarious will just right then and there just use the forged thing to create a megaphone and be like, "They yield."
You hear some people. You think you hear some people cheering at a distance. But
Shauna, stay on Dixie for now. No, you can't eat her.
Probably too spicy.
she still looks down at Dixie and kind of licks her. I don't know if dragons have lips.
They have
Licks the
lips,
edge
it
of her
just-
mouth or whatever. You know.
Yeah.
How about her legs? She doesn't eat her legs, does she?
There's a lot of veins and arteries and legs that could cause death, no.
You hear the best a dragon can do to mutter under its breath, which means it's still pretty audible. It was a movie reference.
And I'm proud of you.
You hear Chad, I got it. You know, he's carrying Penelope back to the vehicle. And Kim seems kind of, downtrodden to have lost. Dixie's just pissed. She's not refusing the withdrawal, though. Robert, you're not sure what to make of the look she gives you as she, picks up her handle, walks over, picks up her axe head.
She gives you bedroom eyes. I hate it.
That might be it. It's like there's more respect, maybe, or less hate. She kind of gives you the up and down. You're not sure what to make of this.
Yeah,
Careless whisper playing on a kazoo.
You can just picture her after the fight. Well, they didn't say we couldn't go back into town. We just couldn't oppose them.
And fade to black.
God.
Actually, when she starts walking away, she stops. She turns around. How much for you to fix this?
He smiled, but you know what? Since I am the one that did break it, no charge. I'll take care of it.
Very well. She takes it.
But he will stop and he'll reach and where did I put my wallet? He's like, Kim, hold on, just a second. He'll pass Kim he'll pass him 100. Remember when you helped me? When Dixie got mad at the coffee shop, I said I'd pay for your suit damage.
Oh, very well. Because at first he looked mildly offended, like, what is this? But you're paying a debt.
For
Okay.
losing?
Yeah, he's cool. Here, consolation
like-
prize. We get the city. Here, have a Benjamin.
He's like, no, I remembered. I would have loved to have done that on better terms. However,
Once he realizes, he's paying back a debt. Okay, I accept. Very honorable.
We're taking your pride. Here's $100.
I don't know. I had an awful lot of pride.
about to say, Robert's not that much of an ass.
Yes, but how much is it worth after this?
Right now, Robert is more just shocked that he was able to somewhat stay toe-to-toe with Dixie.
Yeah, you were doing fine with her. I mean, y'all were both taking some damage. Let's see. So yeah, they load them in their vehicles, and they turn around and they drive back towards Arthur's.
Well, that went actually a hell of a lot better than I expected.
Yeah, it did.
Basically,
he
once
pet
they're
shot
out
on
of
that.
sight and it's just all of us, Robert is going to semi-collapse.
Yeah.
Holy crap!
Yeah,
We're all still alive.
Is Robert the only one that... How bad is Robert?
Robert's
Not-
fine.
not
He took
bad at
no
all.
damage.
Oh.
His armor's damaged.
Yeah,
It's just the,
his extra
collapse
heavy
of
armor
relief.
that he made is all shredded now.
Yeah.
Well,
The collapse
well,
of relief collapse.
Jaden's gonna kind of repair all the armor.
I mean,
Well,
Robert's
fair.
going to fix his
And then-
stuff and whatnot. It's just the simple fact to which he clatters to the ground Oh God.
Well, you know, one of
That
Jaden's
was-
healing abilities fixes armor as well as physical damage.
Yeah, so Jaden's gonna go around and start fixing everybody's armor.
That's all right. Robert will pop out a Kevlar plate and make sure it's still usable.
I'll look at the
Strangely,
band and be like,
strangely,
Okay.
as you know, as y'all are getting ready to, I guess we need to clear off the bridge and let traffic start flowing again. You hear puppies.
Puppies.
Oh no.
I don't like that.
Yeah, no. Robert's going like perfectly.
Wait.
No.
Over the side of the bridge?
It's hard to tell. Yeah, well, there's no puppies on the bridge.
Guys, we should get off the bridge.
Yeah,
Let's get
do
off the
that.
bridge. Everybody
Yeah.
in control.
Anna,
Come on.
to the air.
She
One
launched.
of you can go. One of you who can go faster than light. Someone grab me.
Jaden.
Well, y'all got y'all's vehicle on the bridge too.
Vehicles, we walked most of the way, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's parked further back. Okay.
Well, you know.
I mean,
Connor
Robert's
can
still
make
gonna haul ass
clothes.
to his truck and be like, "Anybody who's driving me, come on!"
You know, when the puppy noises start, Smoochums kind of looks around like he hears it and doesn't understand.
They're speaking Greek.
Which
What's in
Bruce
Greek?
would
Spruce,
understand.
on the other
technically.
hand, kind of his hackles raise and his ears lower, and it's a ready for combat but kind of tense, worried sort of.
Jaden, since she did have Heavenly Stride activated the entire time, will go grab Spruce and head off the bridge.
I'll run off towards the car with Robert.
I'm about to say.
Any clones left?
There's two.
One
clones,
one
isn't
clone
there?
each will grab Robert and Talarius, haul them
Okay.
to the truck. Connor Prime, since he has the will Sasha Smoochums and taken off because he has Heavenly Stride and Falling Star, so he's moving at light speed.
I've just got this image of everybody super speeding to the vehicle.
Yep.
And then all y'all climb in and Connor just picks the vehicle up and super speeds off the bridge.
That's what he's doing. Actually, get out of my head. But that's what he's doing.
So Connor Prime does not see this because he is focused looking forward, running towards where the police had that blocked off. The rest of you see some tentacles coming up on either side of the bridge.
Oh shit!
We knew
Oh,
this
yeah,
was
no.
coming.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no. Robert's cursing like shit.
The bridge starts shaking. By the time you start hearing the sounds of metal stressing and stuff falling into the water, though, you're far enough down that you're still technically on the bridge, but it's over. It's over the shore by that point.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking over just to see that shit.
I was gonna say, if necessary, like if we're not gonna make it over to the truck in time, and like it'll start shearing where he's at, Connor and the clones will absolutely jump off because Heavenly Stride, they can run along the water.
Mm.
Do you really want to be running along that water?
But no, you had
Yeah,
already picked the truck
it's
up and were
better
heading
than
off
it.
when this started, so
Yeah.
you managed
That's
to get.
Okay.
Because the entire bridge, the entire length of the bridge doesn't go down. It's just that center area where y'all are fighting.
Okay.
So it's like you get out to the middle of the bridge, and there's like a 40 or 50 foot span or meter span that
Mm-hmm.
the very middle of the bridge has been torn out.
So he's gonna come to a stop next to where he saw the chief over by the bridge and just set the truck down.
The chief is just like, "Oh my god, is that what's been in the water?"
That's what's been in the water, and that's what that other band was trying to bring out.
One of the news crews probably catches that.
But we're the bad guys. They're doing like little like
There he is.
fingers.
But like I
I'm
said, you
still
saw
mad
the
about it.
tentacles, and it pulled the bridge down. But you don't see. Once the bridge is torn down, everything kind of gets quiet again. Later that day, when you're watching news reports, there were a couple of news helicopters that were up while the fight was going on. That they kept their distance because there was a effing dragon.
I can imagine.
Dragon was not cleared for airspace.
Hey, the control tower says there's something else incoming. Holy crap! But yeah, they were staying kind of over to the side. But they got good footage of Scylla tearing down the... she's not quite Godzilla size.
Not quite.
Well, I mean, she had, when she grabbed the bridge and started tearing on it, she had lifted herself up out of the water. So you got a good view of her, and I know I've shown y'all this before.
Oh, okay.
But that's basically what she looks like.
All right.
So she was kind of clinging up under the bridge and just sort of, crushing it with the tentacles, tearing chunks out of it.
Mm-hmm.
The human part of her face, the puppy heads or the wolf heads were all growling. She looked furious. Like, maybe she didn't like you beating up her baby girl, or I don't know.
I was going to
Or
say
maybe
we
she's
did
just
kind
cray-cray.
of get the mage, which just happened to be the daughter.
But once she tears down the bridge, she sinks back under the water, and the helicopters, try to follow her because it's a big dark shadow under the water for a while. But when she gets out some of the deeper part of the lake, she goes deep enough that they lose her.
Mm-hmm.
And none of them were willing to skim the surface to try to get a closer look.
A good
Who would
plan.
you?
You know what? We're just gonna stay way up here. You just zoom in. That's the best we can do for you.
Mm-hmm.
How much of the fight did they catch? Would they have caught the fact that Penelope was very similar torso-wise to the lake monster?
They
Said they were
wouldn't.
there for the
They would
fight.
not have gotten a good enough zoom in to see the little puppy snouts that she had between each tentacle. The fact that she had tentacles would have been obvious.
Sasha's going to feel a little bad about that.
Of course, the fact that Connor was, on fire with monkey tail was pretty obvious too. So,
Yeah. Well, I have a feeling a lot of it's going to be overshadowed by Effin' Dragon.
Probably.
Well, Effing Dragon is being overshadowed by, God
Lake
tier
monster.
Titan in our lake.
Mm-hmm.
The governor is finally able to convince everybody in the surrounding counties, to close the lake.
Mm-hmm.
It's endangered species, guys. We have to respect its protected habitat.
The news coverage of the Ignis Internum band
Mm-hmm.
does a 180 just overnight. Some of that is the fact that, they might have been drug out in the street and beat if they said had anything bad to say about you now. Because going into the fight, both bands had fans. With the, y'all probably tell the news guys, oh yeah, Penelope was a daughter of this, Scylla, this thing that just tore down the bridge. And with kind of the visual cues, most everybody is believing you.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, the Varangian band does not have any fans in Olympus anymore. And the DA is looking into what actual laws have they broken. I mean, there's not technically a law against summoning supernatural
A
creatures.
weapon of mass destruction.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, there's
Could be
the
considered
whole.
terrorism.
There's arson, attempted murder, and
Yes, so they
Kidnapping.
have to prove some of these things. But they are definitely looking into it.
mm-hmm.
Call Carrie back. Witnesses.
That's true.
The Oracle.
Yep.
Well, you don't know where she's at now, other than safe.
Yeah, we've got her number. She has one of our burner phones.
Oh, that's right.
And Sasha could always ask her mother.
Mom!
No, I got
But part of it could also be that whatever influence the Varangians were putting on them, they've stopped, which would be in accordance with the peace.
The rules of surrender.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Connor,
Uh-huh.
being part of the Scion, you know that White Eyebrows, and by some extension his students, but for him certainly, is not known as the most honorable of people.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you got the impression that Kim was serious, but, will he stay sincere or not is up in the air.
Yeah.
Basically, nobody closely associated with white eyebrows is trustworthy. On the other hand, white eyebrows also has a habit of, crap's looking really bad. It's time to go.
Yep.
So that can also factor in.
Mm-hmm.
They pretty well just
Yeah, the
spanked
dragon.
me.
I can't fuck with the dragon.
I don't think I want to be involved in this.
Mm-hmm.
They outnumber us and have critters.
Well, technically, they outnumbered us, but that's beside the point.
If you count the Skelly Boys, yes.
Yes.
And if Penelope had been, conscious longer, you would have heard her complaining about the fact that, the guard was supposed to have snipers set up by now. But they had some organization issues.
What a shame, yo.
Yep.
Yeah.
Will the
It's like
DA be looking into
It's like there's a whole lot of red tape.
into them as well?
Yes, though there's no real indication of the Varangian Guard doing anything. But they're being investigated. Just for being associated, basically.
Yeah.
Would we
Of
give
course,
them
one of the
support if
Varangians
they
was,
have harm?
appears to have been murdered too, so they're investigating that. But there's no evidence.
It's like the murderer just up and disappeared.
He disappeared. The weapon
Thin air.
disappeared. Any trace of the weapon left behind would have disappeared. It's freaky, man. It's just freaky.
Mm-hmm.
And the simple truth is, you don't expect much to come from it,
It's obviously a dissenter.
because governments take such a hands-off approach to Scions.
Yeah.
I mean, if they're run out of town, they may just let that go, because it gets so it just tends to go bad for those poor mortals that try to police any of y'all.
Mm-hmm.
You guys in the first half of the campaign were about the most they might have been able to handle.
Now they can't.
Yeah, basically.
Now we're literally at the point where I just go, I'm just going to turn this power on and all the cops flee.
Boo!
Basically.
Shauna is just, I mean, I don't know if y'all go back to the safe house or back to the Talaris' apartment or where y'all pull back to. All of you with parents or relatives in the city get calls, assuming you don't call them first.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Considering we'd probably be talking to the cops, they'll probably end up calling us.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, because there is a lengthy discussion with the cops about what happened.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming
is
Talarius took video of a lot of it.
Oh, absolutely. There is on Talarius' rotating wallpaper. There's a really good shot of
Ooh. What would all that water have done to his filming equipment?
It's
absolutely
supernaturally
nothing.
protected now.
It is protected now.
Is it protected from damage, or is it just protected from interference, like shutting it down?
It is well, this is a relic now, so it's not like it's a
Oh, okay.
it's not just a regular old phone. It's a relic.
Gotcha. Talarius is well on their way to being god of media.
Yeah.
Oh, no. One
Or
of the
god
most
of social
powerful-
media.
Tracks.
Maybe he's more specific.
Well, I mean, that given the age, that'd be one of the most powerful domains to have.
Demi influencer.
And no one's done it yet.
I mean, yeah, you're not wrong.
That's the trick.
American gods.
They'd end up having a lot of influence amongst the mortals, not as much as amongst the gods. Zeus is still
Yeah.
packing a flip phone. I mean,
Yeah, speaking. Yeah.
I mean,
so
that's still a lot of power to
there's
draw
a-
from, though.
there's a really good shot of when your dragon, I forget her name right now,
Shauna.
Stana, hits the phalanx and the surrounding enemies.
Basically, when she fire breathed.
Yes.
that is, of course, one of the things that you get questioned about the most. Who did the dragon? Oh, never mind. It's still circling. I assume it belongs to you.
Also, I put a picture of what Connor's new Visage Great and Terrible form looks like. If that shows up.
See it. I wasn't sure if it was supposed to be a GIF or not.
No,
The
it's
symbol
just a
monkey?
picture.
Well, they're just kind of terrifying, I guess.
Well,
Oh, wait, no. Sarah put that up.
Yeah. Sort of like playing on like the multiple limb thing that shows up in a lot of Chinese pantheon stuff, like with the Buddha with like all the arms.
Mhm.
You know that like in Civil War where they have like the big airport scene fight.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of the vibe that Teleris is going for when they inevitably make this new video that they will drop at some point.
Your camera angle would be a little different because you'd be in one of the.
It's not going to be like the whole cinematic experience, but that's the vibe they're going for.
Though if you borrow some of the chopper footage, you might be able to do something.
Mm-hmm.
Be like, hey.
It's also the footage from Connor.
Mm-hmm.
All right, but as y'all get back home, or wherever y'all are going,
Yeah,
it's later that evening by that point. Sadly, you can't go to the Rubicon for nachos.
Mm-hmm.
Do we get a call from the Rubicon crew?
You get a call from Kathy, sounding a little panicked. Not full-on terrified, but a little agitated, upset.
Mm-hmm.
I need your help. He's taking her. Anthony.
Where?
I went out to fetch some stuff. When I came back, he had loaded up in the truck and taken off. We had a we saw the fight and the footage of Scylla afterwards.
He panicked.
We started having a discussion about the fact that we're going to have to open it soon. He she doesn't have long once it's open. We told you about her being poisoned. But she's fated. She is fate bound to face the creature. That killed so many of her band again. We're pretty sure Scylla can't be stopped if she's not involved. But when she dies, I'm gone too.
Well, would magical healing cure the poison, or is that
It's
part of the?
Yeah.
Well, the binding's to fight. Is the poison part of the binding?
She's going to die. She is fated to die fighting it. Sorry, I think I was more specific the last time we talked about it.
Okay.
So I think Anthony's taking her and is running.
He's not going to Arthurus, is he?
I don't think she knows where he's going.
Yeah, he didn't tell me. I went out to get some stuff. And when I came back, it's gone, the truck's gone. And he left me a note basically telling me I'm more important to him than the city.
We're gonna have to track. We'll be there to track him, but we're in a major fight. This is gonna.
I know.
Gonna take him. He's gonna have an advantage.
I don't have any tracking abilities, at all.
Did he take his phone with him?
No, it's sitting here on the counter. As far as I can tell, he just, he took his relics. He's got his sword with him and whatnot. I'm not entirely certain where he'd go from here. I mean, my first thought was, well, maybe Jaden can track him.
Yeah. At the very least, perhaps on his phone, I can look through any safe houses he might have gone to.
She's bound to fight unless something else more powerful inflicts another binding. There isn't much choice.
So the
Who was she bound by?
Kathy is not entirely certain.
Sasha had been researching it. And actually, 1 second.
Overworld knowledge.
Overworld knowledge. Next skill roll. So Sage, Occult probably?
Yes, that would work.
So I will roll... I'm just going to drop 2 points into medicine, but I don't have 2 points in medicine.
Oh,
wait, no, I'm sorry. No, resolve. I'll just use resolve.
Okay.
I was getting attributes and skills. So I get 3 questions.
All right.
Does considering the research that Sasha has done and probably others have done, do we know, or who has fate bound her?
From the research you've done, your best educated guess would be Gaia.
So it would have to be someone more powerful than Gaia.
Luck.
I mean, it would be convincing another god to intervene that also has that kind of level of kind of creation oomph.
Who is Anthony a scion of?
Who is Antony a scion of?
I don't know that it's ever come up. You know,
It
it's
is not,
Greek
but-
of some kind. But...
Sure.
It is not, but overworld knowledge.
Well, you do
It
have
gives
two
me
more questions.
relevant-
You do have 2 more questions.
Yeah, it gives me relevant to the events transpiring, so that could be relevant.
He
The
is
Lord-
a scion of Julius Caesar. Because the Caesars were deified after they died.
That's pretty cool.
You have a pantheon of the Caesars and related folk.
So
Some of them, some of their wives, the young man that Hadrian was so into, when he died unexpectedly, Hadrian had him deified.
Mhm.
interesting.
The Romans didn't particularly care for that one, but
Yeah.
Okay,
But
third
that's not-
question.
It's not a god more powerful than Gaia.
No.
no. No, the Caesar, the imperial pantheon is not really on par with any like your typical Olympian gods.
Hmm.
But, it was a cult that kept going for, probably not 1,000 years, but it went for quite a while. 500 or so.
Okay. Third question. What god would be more powerful than Gaia as far as fate binding?
Zeus. Let's see. Well, Kronos is a Titan. And
Across pantheons. I mean, it doesn't have to be.
Or
the
does it?
the equivalent Earth Mothers of other pantheons
Okay.
could probably do it. Anything kind of on that level. Any of your Skyfather types. Though,
Zeus.
from what you have gathered so far, none of the other pantheons are getting involved in this conflict because it's
So
kind
it
of
has-
crossing borders.
So he might try to make an appeal to Zeus.
Yes.
Is what we're getting at here.
Could make an appeal to Zeus, or a set's considered a creation.
Yeah.
But is
They
the
don't-
set going to cross to help?
Yeah, that's the
That's
thing.
With the
Yeah.
Oracle.
Well, because she
Yeah.
left Olympus.
Yeah. And I
would
mean,
have-
we don't know where Anthony's going.
Right. Not yet. We're just
Not
this
yet,
is
yeah. We're just
this
throwing
this
stuff against the
spitballing.
walls.
Yeah.
Statistics.
So it would
Get a god
Anthony
more powerful than Guy to break this. And Anthony goes, screw that! I got a truck! It's, it's coming off as a desperation move.
Yeah.
just making sure we have like our ducks in a row, so we're not surprised if he goes to like a fucking temple of Zeus or something.
But anyway, we will wrap there with that phone call.
Woohoo.
But you have restored your reputation. In fact, your reputation is at an all-time high. You have banished the other band. And, you all lived. I did really want Dixie to get at least one shot with the axe on one of the animals, but, well. Robert kind of foiled that one. And then one of the animals stepped on her.
Badass.
So anyway, I hope y'all had fun. I enjoyed it. It was, a long fight, but,
It was like
it was the end of the campaign, epic against,
yeah. Battle of the Bands.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yes, if I was titling individual episodes, that is probably what I would call this one. Well,
Yep.
Battle of the Bands Part 2. All right, Deca, what do we got on tap for people that, aren't tired of gaming after 2 days of it?
So on Wednesday, tune in, same Dire Bear time, for False Scarlet Knights with JT. Thursday is a Knight's Ransom with Pink Rambo. Saturday is Stolen Cities with Alex. Sunday is Varenheim. I don't think, come to think of it, I don't think they're going to be running on Thursday,
Yeah, I
this
was
particular
gonna ask.
Thursday because American Thanksgiving.
Oh yes,
But they might. So just hop on the Discord and they'll let you know. But anyway, you can come back on Monday and find the troubleshooters with Heath, Captain Sack, as the DM for that one. And then come back and see us on Tuesday where we resolve whatever the fuck Anthony just did.
Anthony, poor guy.
We just came off that high.
It's
Now
almost
we
like
gotta
some
chase
higher
him around.
power. It's like some higher power wants to slap you down when you get too high. Oh, they look awful happy. I wonder who that could be.
Classic COE tragedies.
That's true. It's also often self-fulfilling prophecies. So anyway, we'll see all y'all next week.
I'm waving, but you can't see me wave.
Anybody in the U.S., have a good Thanksgiving. We'll see y'all next time.
Happy turkey.
Hey.